Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Return of the Knicks podcast. Watch along and play by play. I am Sports Jedi Kev. Salute to everyone in the chat. Salute everyone watching. The New York Knicks back at it. Second game of a back-to-back tonight. They're in the Motor City to take on the Detroit Pistons. Knicks coming in, improve their record to 16-18, taking on the 5-27 Detroit Pistons, who are the walking wounded for Detroit here. A lot of injuries, a lot of names out. Let's go with the starting lineups like I always do. Salute to everyone. Welcome aboard for tonight's matchup between the New York Knicks and the Detroit Pistons. As I give you the starting lineup, and let me first find everything, make sure everything's going. So salute to everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. I've always liked to give you the over the unders. The New York Knicks come in a heavy favorite. Their favorite, 8.5 points favorite. The Detroit is the underdog at home. And your starting lineups for the home Detroit Pistons, you got at forward Hamidou Diallo, the other forward Saddiq Bey, at center Luka Gaza, guard Frank Jackson, and on shooting guard Derek Walton Jr. For the New York Knicks, same starting lineup as last night: R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, Evan Fournier, and yes, Kemba Walker will be playing second game of a back-to-back. So Kemba Walker is in. Let's see how many minutes they go with Kemba Walker tonight. We shall see. So salute to everyone that is coming in. I hope your evening went well. Your day at work is going good. And let's get this victory. You know, the Knicks are trying to go for a 3-game winning streak. You know, they finally got a back-to-back victories since October. Now we're going to try to go 3 in a row here and continue building. You know how I say my mantra is one possession, one quarter, one half, one game at a time. You win those baby steps, you turn around dangerous. Salute. So he says, we better win by 20. This is a G League team. Hey, Russ, I agree with you. I agree 1,000%. We need to win this game. Man, it'll be good to have another rocking chair game like we had on Christmas morning. You know, Christmas afternoon. It was a rocking chair game for the New York Knicks against the Atlanta Hawks. It would be wonderful to have a wire-to-wire victory against this team. They have a lot of injuries. The matchup, Saddiq Bey, Julius Randle. You know, we saw Julius Randle made some business decision yesterday. His defense wasn't so. He just had he cannot shoot 5 from 20. You know, and these Pistons, they were embarrassed against the San Antonio Spurs on the 26th. They got blown out 144, and they gave up 144 points. They give up points. They're walking wounded. This is a G League. Guys are coming off the scrap heap. They have a lot of guys on the COVID restriction and injury list. I have that there. So here's the injury report. And you got CADE Cunningham out, Gerald Grant out, Killian Hayes out, Josh Johnson out, Corey Joseph out, Sabine Lee out, Isaiah Livers out, Trey Lyles out, Rodney Magruder out, Kelly Olynyk out, Chris Smith out, Isaiah Stewart. My God, the list keeps going on and on. And for the Knicks, of course, Daniel House gets signed, plays the game, dislocated right finger. What bad luck. Matt Maloney out. Nolan's Noel, Paper Mache is out. Health and safety protocols. We also know about Derrick Rose out with the ankle injury. Also, Lucas Samanik, who really, man, what a bad break for that young man, because I think he really would have helped and wouldn't open some eyes here in this team. Out. And Wayne Selden out on safety protocol, and Jericho Sims as well. He's out on safety protocol. So a lot of, you know, it's a good thing that Deuce McBride is out of the safety protocol. Since yesterday, we don't know if he's going to get in the game. We shall see. Kemba on a back-to-back, although we've seen Burks pick up the point guard minutes as well. And Emmanuel quickly, both guys coming slowly. And also the 10 minutes that Obi Toppin played yesterday that had Knicks Twitter up in arms. You know, thank you for the guys that saw my pregame at 4 o'clock earlier today from the podcast. I recorded early this morning. I got up early this morning, recorded the podcast, re-air it on YouTube. I put it on anywhere you find your podcast. Always check those out. That's why I ask to follow. If you're not able to catch it on YouTube or on your live video stream, you can listen to it on audio. So I did break down my thoughts of last night's game and just a small preview of today's game and my opinions on last night, what I saw yesterday in that victory, that ugly victory the Knicks had against the Timberwolves. So thank you guys. You made the video very successful, over 1,500 strong viewing it on the audio, on the video, and then on the audio. That was another success. So thank you guys. Anywhere you get your podcast, is on the BX Sports Jedi, and you return to the Knicks podcast. You just see that there and click on it. And I always post it. That's why you should follow us on the social media. So whenever that comes out in audio, you're able to get the first crack and be able to listen to it and not have to wait to see it on YouTube. So thank you guys for making the program strong. Thank you guys with your support and your generosity as well. Thank you for all the contributions through Cash App, PayPal, and all the different locations that you help benefit the program. Thank you for your generosity and support, and we appreciate everybody, the super chats, everything from the merchandise store. I really appreciate it. We really thank you guys for the love and support, and thank you, Philippines. I appreciate you, the Philippines. I know it's 8 o'clock in the morning there on a Thursday, so we salute you guys. I know you guys will be coming in shortly to listen on your way to work. Jerome and our friends Carlo as well. So salute to you guys. I know you guys always listen to us in the Philippines, so we thank you so much and we appreciate it. So Kemba Walker, back-to-back nights, he's been averaging 22.8 points a game, and the man in the middle. It's all about the man in the middle. Mitch Robin has other than Luka Garza, he should have a really his own way down in the center position. He should, totally. I'm not expecting him to give you another 16 rebound performance, but it could it be possible? Yeah, I could see him double figures because he's gonna have the height advantage and to see, but also he had a sprained wrist. Yesterday's game, he went for a dunk that was called off. He sprained his wrist. He said he sprained his wrist after the interview with on MSG, and he said he should be okay. Let's see. Hopefully, they they put ice, they treat it. He has a little more, doesn't swell up. He has a little more mobility, and isn't going to cause too much of an issue for Mitchell Robinson. So it'll be interesting to see. Of course, my guy tonight to watch for is RJ Barrett. I think RJ Barrett is going to start getting his legs. He said he was a little fatigued. COVID. Remember, he had the stomach issues, the virus for 2 weeks. Then COVID, he started to come around. I think RJ Barrett tonight is going to have a much more improved game. Look for him, get it going against this team and so forth. And of course, it starts with Randle. Randle cannot go 5 of 20 from the floor again. Randle has to come out with, if he's not going to score a lot of points tonight, be efficient. Give us something, 15 attempts, give 10 or 15, or I could even 9 or 15 from the field and just play that same rebounding, but got to make a better conscious effort of switching and playing on defense. So salute to everyone. The game should be starting about another 3 to 4 minutes. I'm just going to be about 40 seconds behind due to the fact that I'm streaming it. But salute to everyone, and salute everyone in the chat, everyone viewing us. So thank you so much. We really appreciate your support, and we thank you guys for everything that you do for the program. And trust me, it doesn't go unappreciative. I am extremely appreciative. Like I said, this channel is nothing without your participation. So thank you so much again. So I really humbly thank you guys and appreciate it. So we'll get going. The keys for the game for the New York Knicks: if keep the pace going, don't turn the ball over, attack the basket. First, go north from south, then expand your zone. Speaking of zone, you're gonna see they're going to see a heavy dosage of zone from the Pistons. There's gonna be a lot of zone. It's going to see if the New York Knicks could break that zone down. They got to have good shooters tonight. And if they're shooting Fournier and Grimes, I call Grimes a silent assassin. If they have good game shooting, they'll break down the zone. And teams are going to start doing that. They saw Minnesota did it last night. We saw that was something that hammered the Knicks last year a little bit until they started figuring out when Bullock got on fire, Burks, so forth. And you saw them, they went on a winning streak. Remember they went 9 out of 10. And that stretch, they started playing better against teams, stopped with the zone. They dared the Knicks to beat them with the zone, and the Knicks did. So could history repeat itself? Yeah, because this team has, this team has better shooters. So if teams want to play the zone, the Knicks got to make them pay. And now the next 12 out of 13 games are teams under 500 currently. So this is a recipe for them to get better at the right time. But first, they have to improve themselves as a collective unit. And it all starts, of course, with Julius Randle. If Randle comes out and leads the way, playing forward, playing strong, then yes, we'll see something. We'll see some keys to victory for the New York Knicks. as they're starting to introduce the starting lineup for the Detroit Pistons and for the Knicks and the Pistons. So in about a few more minutes, we'll get going on the way. So if you guys, if you're in the chat, please help us participate. Get the chat going. Also have a poll question. Feel free to answer your opinions and your thoughts on the poll questions. So we thank you guys. Keep you guys interactive as they still haven't started the game, but they'll start it shortly. As we'll get ready to call the play-by-play once the game gets going, and I can't wait to see if the Knicks take advantage of their schedule. This they have to end. They have to end. And big task in the building. Big task. I am here. Let's get this win. Nick Pride. So one of the mod police in the building. And Russell says, rely on Randle with the cry face emoji. It has to start with him. They remember the Knicks are putting their eggs, most of their eggs in Julius Randle basket. They're not going to bench him. They're not going to trash him. They're not going to embarrass him. They're going to support him and going forward. And that's why, in the moment, it hurt it not to see Obi Toppin not on the floor, only play 10 minutes. And we all want to see Obi Toppin succeed and he's been doing really good on the floor. But I understood the move that Tom Thibodeau did, playing him just for the 10 minutes. I understand. I kind of understand, not to my liking, but I get it. You know what? I get it. I'm okay with it to a degree. But Julius, boy, you cannot keep giving us that performance 5 out of 20, because if you do, then you're really gonna have the mob, really getting upset with you going forward. So I understand. Let's see if Julius Randle has another back-pass game. We should see. He's our guy. Yeah, just dangerous. Absolutely, he's our guy. And Mod Squad, you already know. Anybody acting up, they're gonna get it. Yeah, I want to thank you guys. I was in the it was a replay at 4 o'clock. It was early. I recorded it early in the morning, and phenomenal job you guys did patrolling. Marlon Johnson, salute. Marlon Johnson, salute from Jamaica in the building. Jamaica in the building. Stand up, represent, salute. Jamaica up on top. So good job for my police protecting the channel. And there's a lot of people that just not up to no good, to have free time on their hands, and I appreciate you guys keeping an eye out for that. As we're gonna get the tip off here, Luka Gaza and Mitchell Robinson, and Mitchell wins the tap. So Grimes comes up, and let's get going. As Kemba Walker brings the ball up, Kemba back to Mitchell Robinson, back to Kemba. Kemba comes around the screen. Double, back to Mitchell Robinson, and he has a lob there. Mitchell Robinson goes up strong. He misses it. So he misses that attempt there from point blank. Here comes the Pistons, and they're putting the ball around. He driving into the paint. Good job by Mitchell Robinson. Here's Babe, passes it back to Jackson, back to Sadiq Bey. Bey has RJ on him, and Bay's going to shoot the mid-range, and he misses. Here comes Randle with the rebound. So this is what the Knicks need, one and done. They get a one and done, come back as RJ to Julius. Julius going to shoot the open shot, misses, rebound. So Julius settling for jumpers. That's just his first shot, but I would love for him to attack the basket as Garza passes it. The ball goes running around. He's a three-pointer up and misses. Fight for the rebound, right to Grimes. Good job by Julius, boxing out Garza as Kemba Walker brings the ball up. Kemba driving in the paint, lobs it up for Mitch, but good job there by Luka Garza. But here comes Jackson on the fast break. Passes it to Diallo. Here's a loose ball. Grimes. Good job by Quentin Grimes getting in the passing lane. So good job by the Knicks playing some good defense here as a turnover. And let me bring my next guy in there. Hold on. Did I freeze? And here's RJ Barrett misses. So guys are missing easy point blank shots here. Oh boy, could it be a game of like last night as Quentin Grimes passes it around. Pass it. Here's Babe, shoots the three, misses. No one wants to get the ball in. So no score with 10 minutes. So we got 2 minutes of basketball. Quentin Grimes is starting. You know what? I didn't notice that. Yeah, Quentin Grimes starting. No Pepe Le Pew. Good job there, Big Task. That even passed by me. I was trying to get the scoreboard up. So as you can see, I was a little distracted as Kemba Walker over to RJ Barrett. Grimes in the starting lineup. Good job there. So no Pepe. So here's Julius in the paint, falls away, misses. So no one can hit. So it looks like Pepe is out of the starting lineup right now. Don't know. I didn't see anything of any injuries. So good call there. So the mod police keeping an eye out, not just on the chat, but in the stream. Good job there, Bay. Good job by Mitchell Robinson forcing the ball back out in the perimeter. So Jackson back to Bay. Bay is going to shoot the three, and that's off the mark. No one can hit a shot here. Here's RJ. So first bucket wins as RJ drives in between his legs. RJ driving. RJ alley-oops to Mitchell Robinson, and finally someone gets on there. So, he's out with a sore ankle. Wow. So, oh, man, I'm going to miss the Pepe Le Pew reference. So here's Detroit passes the guards. A good job by Randle. He rotated right into the passing lane. So Randle playing a little defense. Here's Grimes in transition three. It's off the mark. Rebound by Detroit. So let's see. 2-0 now. Just a 2-0 game here. So it looks like Matt Scherzer up against the Detroit Tigers, and he misses Garza. So 2-0 right now. My God, that's what it looks like, a MLB baseball game. And here's RJ shooting from three, and this bounce, no score, so no one can hit a bucket. So here's Bay in between his legs. He's driving on Randle. Randle, much better effort on defense early in the first half here. First part of the game is Jackson off the curl, off the screen, shoots, misses. Here comes RJ. So maybe the first team that could throw the ball into Lake Michigan wins. Here's RJ Barrett in transition, and he'll go to the line for a foul. And Russell says his price should be hurt for how he played yesterday's game. So RJ Barrett going to the line here. Wayne Casey back. Remember, he didn't coach the team last time. Hey, Stephen Nader, no, you're good. You're on time. It's 3-0. So you're not late. You're not missing much. RJ Barrett at the line, 3-0. He has another free throw coming up. He hits a pair of free throw, 4-0 with 8:18. So let's go Knicks. Oh, man, the sheriff is in town. Kelvin T. Jones, salute. What's going on? I hope you're doing good. So our sheriff in town, keeping an eye out with Big Task and second the deputy in there watching the chat. And here's a three-pointer. Misses. Fight for the rebound. Mitchell Robinson comes up with the rebound with 8 minutes here in the first. Alley-oop here to RJ Barrett, and there's going to be a foul there. Is it a pushing foul or is it a foul on Walton? On Walton Jr. It was a foul on Walton Jr. So let's go Knicks, as Knicks will inbound the ball here. They get a new shot clock. RJ will inbound the ball here. RJ looking for Kemba. So he gets it in here. 7:22, 4-0. Here's Mitchell Robinson back to RJ. RJ wide open three, and it's good. Three-pointer. RJ Barrett. 7-0 Knicks as Detroit comes up. Here's a drive by Walter back to Garza. Garza catch and shoot. Misses in front of the rim. Here's Kemba Walker. Knicks want to run. Knicks coming up. Good job by transition. Here's Kemba for three. And it's off the mark. Fight for the rebound. Garza took that rebound right off of Julius Randle. Here comes Walton back to Bay. Back to Walton. Well, he's going to shoot. No, he thought about it. Walton Jr. driving. Kicks back out to Diallo. Diallo in between his legs. Shoots. And Detroit gets on the board with a bucket. So Diallo comes with the shot. 7-2. Knicks up by 5 with 7:07 left as they bring the ball up slowly. RJ trying to call a play. You see the zone. Here's RJ driving, spins back to Randle, top of the key. 9 on the shot clock. Randle keeps the dribble back to RJ. RJ between his legs. RJ's going to shoot the three. RJ feeling frisky in front of the rim. No good. Here comes Bay with the ball. Here's Walter Jr. He keeps his dribble. He's got space, some daylight, but they dared him to shoot. Randle dared him to shoot, but Diallo, now he's driving. Mitchell Robinson right there. Pack kick out. Fakes the three. Bounce past the guards, deep inside, and RJ Barrett with the foul before the shot. So timeout on the floor, 6:29. Knicks up 7-2. Right now, not a very ugly game right now on the floor. So Derek Walter Jr.'s feeding Garza. So we have a timeout on the floor. My God, 7-2. It's almost half the quarter gone by. First team to what? First team to 12 wins the quarter. Oof. Wow. That wasn't a foul. The ref's starting already. I mean, the game is terrible shooting. Maybe they want to get some scoring by putting people on the free throw line. I don't know, Kelvin. But yeah, timeout on the floor there. Oof. And RJ, please work on your shooting. So RJ Barrett. I mentioned that earlier. I was mentioning a little earlier, big task. I was saying RJ Barrett. I think we need to feature the offense through RJ Barrett, not have him as a fourth, second fiddle. Get him with the ball, let him cook, and not just have him go to a corner waiting and be a spot up shooter. Like you said, he's not known for being an assassin shooter. That kind of role that RJ is playing suits more Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes is more of a spot up shooter, also who could create himself. But I think RJ Barrett needs to be able to cook a little bit with the ball. And of course, what frustrates us with Barrett, he doesn't finish well going to the basket. He gets a lot of shots blocked. And of course, whatever it is, referees on call, whatever it is. And like Kevin T. Jones, he is not getting enough lift on his jumper. That's one, Kelvin. And second, when he goes to the basket, he doesn't finish. He leaves the ball too low where it's susceptible to getting his pass block or sometimes with contact, but he's got to get, and he's a strong kid. Lifts, I seen his offseason. He's bodybuild, he lifts. And it's just he just don't finish with that or he keeps the ball too low where it allows defenders to get a hand on it. So as we come back from a break in this holiday week for you everyone, hope you guys season greetings to everyone. As we come back from the timeout, I appreciate you guys here. Knicks fans in Detroit. I know our one of our friends that I met through here, Prince DeBun. I know he's probably at that game at Detroit. So I hope you're having fun, Prince. I know I didn't see you post anything on Twitter if you were going, but if not, I hope you're there, my friend. I hope you're enjoying that game. And I know him being such a diehard Knicks fan, he's there. I know he's there watching the game in Detroit. So we saw Detroit with the walking wounded. They got a lot of people out. So here go in Garza, back to Jackson. Back to Zeke Bay. Curl three. It's good. So just like that, 7-5. Detroit only down by 2 here. So here's Kemba Walker bringing the ball up. And Kemba on the right side of the court. Now he makes a dribble. Top of the key. Back to Grimes. Back to Kemba. 9-8 on shot clock. Randle. Now he dribbles back. Top of the key. He's going to settle for a 3. Deep 3. And that's off the mark. 7-5. Randle's not going north to south. He decided to go back to shoot the 3. Here's the ball pass. Good swinging. Jackson on a 3. And just like that, Detroit takes the lead. 8-7. Unbelievable. Rinse and repeat. And here comes Kemba Walker. Walker has a double team. Back to Grimes. And that was deflected. Jackson. And Randle stops the fast break. So sloppy passing there. The zone. This early part of the game is giving the New York Knicks a little trouble. And guess what? You're playing 12 out of 13 500 teams on below 500 teams. And you're going to see zone against this team until you make them pay. So as Diallo inbound here, Diallo to Derek Walters Jr. Walters Jr. passes to Diallo. Diallo's going to shoot the wide open 3, misses, rebound. So Randle comes up with that rebound that was tapped from Garza. Grimes rises for 3, transition, misses, rebound by Diallo. Diallo keeps the ball here. Over on the right side of the court, he drives into the paint. He puts up the floater. It gets the fluid bounce. And Detroit up 10-7. There should be no point in the game that Detroit should be up, period. But Knicks trail by 3. Here's Kemba. Passes to Grimes. Back to Randle. Randle back to Grimes. Grimes going to shoot another 3. And that's off the mark. In front of the rim. Fight for the rebound. Mitchell Robinson comes up with the loose ball. Here's Randle. Settles for another 3. And that's out. Misses. Stop going for 3, guys. You go get for the 3s later. Get to the rim. My God. And here comes Pistons. He's driving, passes it, fakes the three, back. They swing the ball. Diallo keeps the dribble. He has Mitchell Robinson on him, so he's going to reset. But he's going to try to beat Mitchell Robinson. He goes up, puts it up, misses, fight for the loose ball, and here comes New York. Knicks were fortunate there. Mitchell Robinson, like he got banged up there. Passes it to Grimes. Grimes passes it for three. Transition. Misses it again. Guys, why are they setting for three-pointers? My goodness. Here's a drive into the paint. Mitch Robinson there, but kick out for three. Walter Jr., and it's good. So just like that, 13-7. So Detroit hitting the threes tonight, while New York cold as ice as Kemba Walker, and there's going to be a timeout on the floor. And the Knicks actually trailing by 5 to this team with ravage of injuries, who gave up 144 points last game out to the San Antonio Spurs. And I understand it's a game, back-to-back game, but you cannot come out with this pitiful performance. Everyone in the field wants to shoot three-pointers. Nobody wants to do the dirty work and get down there. Jesse, salute Jesse. What's going on? Jesse from San Antonio. Yes, Jesse from San Antonio. It's good to see you. I hope your holiday are well. Happy holidays. It's great to see you again in the stream. We appreciate, and I hope you're doing well. All right. Working late, making that extra money is always good. Always good. We're having a good night that you're here with us. From San Antonio, we salute. And here Kelvin says, good. Tibbs is subbing versus waiting until we're down by double digits. So again, starting to see familiar things again that when they were struggling a little bit. So, of course, the chat always saluting everyone. It's a family atmosphere, the Jedi family in strong force. Tonight, as we have a timeout on the floor, Knicks trailing here by 5, 13-7. Unbelievable to Detroit. It's early. It's still early. They could get acclimated here and guys could get hot and so forth. But I didn't know the news of Pepe Le Pew, not playing with the sore ankle. And we'll see how many minutes Kemba Walker will play tonight. I'm thinking Kemba Walker 21, 24 minutes. We see if he's going to split it with Alec Burks. I still think Thibodeau's not going to play McBride. I have a bad feeling he's not going to give minutes to McBride either. I think it's going to be Quickly and Burks. I hope he plays McBride. Everybody wants to see Miles McBride on the floor, but I don't know. Gideon in the building. Gideon, I'll definitely. I have to send you the. It's already there in your email, so you can come in and wrap up the program later on. So it's in there with normal spot as usual. And of course, now we have a timeout. I'm glad you mentioned that, Kelvin T. Jones. We talked about that on the program with Z last night. The passing of John Madden from football, a Hall of Fame legendary head coach, 1976 Super Bowl champion. A phenomenal head coach, 134 wins. 32 losses. Not only that, a Hall of Fame broadcaster and the creator of the Madden football game, and just a brilliant mind. Rest in peace. Thank you for entertaining us with the game and your calls and your head coach and making the Raiders. As McBride is actually in the game, so good. I'm glad to eat crow on that as he passes the ball right to Randle. Randle had and Gibson in the floater, so Randle passed up underneath the basket, but Gibson in there in the right time and he scores. So Taj Gibson give Randle an assist there. So 9-13 here as McBride is in the game here and Quickly as well. And here's a spin. Good job by Gibson. Gibson playing some good defense. Tough fall away. It's good. So Detroit, Bay hitting a tough shot there. As Quickly gets a pick. Quickly for the mid-range. Quickly misses. Here comes Randle cleaning it up with the bang and bang. He's jamming it in there. 15-11. So good job there. That's when Randle go to the glass. Uses his strength, his body. As here's a drive. Passes back to Luka Garza for three. Top of the key, misses. Long rebound. Fight for long rebound. Garza gets it. Here's Bay. Shot up three. That was flat-footed, and he hit it. Wow, he got the flat-footed three there. So 18-11 with 2:42 here. So Deuce McBride in the game. McBride, so they benches early here for the Knicks. So here's McBride driving in the paint. Oh, he loses the ball, but he keeps it. Back to RJ. Reset. 10 on the shot clock. RJ calling a play here. but he's deep. He's going to start driving. He starts penetrating into paint. Layup. It's good. RJ Barrett attacking 13-18 with 2:15. Here's a nice crossover. Passes it. RJ Barrett just got a hand of it, but Detroit keep possession. Bay, 13 on shot clock. He's getting switch. Here's a key to Jackson. Jackson on a catch and shoot. No good. Randle comes up with the rebound. Julius driving, passes it to RJ. RJ is going to thought about the three. RJ kicks it back out of McBride. McBride thought about the three. McBride driving, and there's a foul call there on Jackson. So good job there, McBride, baiting Jackson there. Jackson knew he was going to get beat, so he reaches. So you see a little more continuity, a little more speed picking up on the offense with McBride and Randle, guys that could break down the zone attack. So this is what the Knicks need. As McBride's going to inbound the ball here, and he's trying to get it. He's nice to get it in. So Randle tipped. He's got to fight for the loose ball. Randle comes up with it. Randle driving in the paint, back to Burks. Burks driving in. Burks feels contact. He puts it up, and it's good. Alec Burks stands for a three-point play the old-fashioned way. So Knicks have a chance here to cut it to 2. They have a free throw coming up to complete the three-point play. So Burks in continuation. And let's see. It will. Kevin T. Jones is letting us know that he sees an Obi Toppin sighting. Thank goodness. And yes, indeed, Obi-Wan has entered. So let's see the minutes on Obi-Wan coming in as Randle sits and Burks hits a free throw here. Knicks down by 2, 16-18, with 1:40 left in the quarter. McBride harassing. And here's Jackson going to catch and shoot 3. That's off the mark. Rebound, Obi Toppin. Toppin to McBride. McBride, they want to push. Here's McBride. He's going to thought about the 3. McBride pulling back. Packs to Burks. Burks back to quickly. 16 on the shot clock. Quickly's going to put up the 3. It's good. Emmanuel quickly gives the Knicks the lead here. 19-18. Here comes the Rat Pack. Second unit. Boy. Yes, indeed. Here's a pick. And here's a pop and misses. Rebound by McBride. McBride looking to run. McBride, good job there by Detroit, putting 2 men there to stop the fast break. Here's quickly penetrating. Contact, and there's a foul call. Wow. What a play by Emmanuel quickly. So he'll go to the free throw line here. And you know me, the Knicks are like a park. You know, as I get older, what the most thing I'm looking forward is sitting on the bench. So this to me, that's what the second unit are. As I get older, when I go to the park, I'm looking forward to the bench. And this is exactly how I feel when I'm watching the Knicks, is the bench. So quickly hits a free throw here. He's got another free throw coming up. And he goes 2 for 2 on the line. Knicks have a 3-point lead here with 58.5 seconds left. So good job for the Knicks recapturing the lead, the second unit. Here's a drive in the paint, a floater, and that's good. So 20-21, the Knicks up by 1 with 47 seconds here. Manu quickly bringing up slowly. Going to try to eat some clock. Quickly. Driving. He has contact. He puts it up, and he will go back for more free throws. He was fouled by Servatus. So quickly we'll go up for the free throw line here with 34.8 seconds, 21-20. Trying to extend this lead here. He hits a free throw here, 22. Who got IQ spelled wrong? The broadcast? As IQ hits 2 of 2. So Knicks up by 3 here with 34.8 seconds. They'll have another possession coming up as Detroit's going to take some clock off here, not give the Knicks a lot of time. He goes quickly to it. He misses and rebound Gibson back to quickly looked up, but good job by Detroit getting back in time here. So 1 second between game clock, shot clock. Oh, his jersey. Oh my God. So it's a folly there. 10 on 9 shot clock. So quickly look like he's going to be the last one to take the shot. Quickly. He's going to shoot the three. It's off the mark. Rebound. 2 seconds on the clock. Bay is going to put it up. And we end it right there. 23-20. So good job. What's going on, Jerome Peralta? Salute. Yes. Happy New Year to you, my friend. And many blessings for you there Thursday morning in the Philippines. Thank you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Oh, they put an O in quick. Oh, my God. They really butchered his name. My goodness. Somebody needs to Google next time. I'll give the guy a press guide so he knows how to put that name on. Put that that lady. CB, good evening, CB. In the building. Salute. Welcome back. Good to see you here tonight. IQ is at point. Decent start for the bench. For the bench, CB. Because the starting unit, oof, my goodness. Jason Selden. What's going on? Johnson Selden from Trinidad and Tobago. Yo, what's up? Indeed. So salute. Right now, no Yankee news right now. They're still in the lockout. They still have a lockout with MLB teams on us. We're not even talking to anyone. The only news I could give you from the New York Yankees, Jerome, is that they signed Eric Chavez as their hitting coach. So former Yankee, former Oakland Athletic, Eric Chavez is going to be the new Yankee hitting coach, and he signed on with the Yankees for that. That's the only news, really. To be honest with you, no other news. Baseball is totally silent, quiet. And we shall see. Hopefully, they could get us some shortstop for the future. And the announcement said that he shouldn't change it since he's playing good. I got to sneeze. Hold on a second. Ooh, that's weird. And Joe Curry, salute Joe Curry. And he goes, I feel like it's the third quarter. I know what you mean, Marlon Johnson. I know exactly what you mean. And he goes, MLB is having, we mentioned the lockout right now, Joe Curry. Salute, Joe Curry. You are in the building. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Yeah, so once the Yankees get some news, there's a lot of questions to be asked and looking for answers from the Yankee organization. I also talked a little bit about the Mets on the program not so long ago. We did a football, basketball, a little bit of multi-sports. We talked about the 5 keys, the Mets signing Buck Showalter, what Buck Showalter needs to do. And I know you guys, you're Yankees, but that's the only close thing that I can have of news-wise with the world of MLB. So once again, we mentioned a little earlier, rest in peace to John Madden, a football legend, as we start the play here. And McBride comes up with the turnover. Here's Burks, fast break. Burks puts it in. So good job, McBride. Steal leads to a transition basket. Good job by the Knicks starting that second quarter. So these kids, they're playing, they're coming up big, and they're becoming impactful in the game. Here's a curl to Jackson. Good job, Taj Gibson rotating. So even though he has the height advantage, but here's a pass in this. Oh, good job there by the Knicks. Misses that point blank. He misses again. Woof, the Pistons couldn't buy a bucket at point blank range. Here's McBride. So can the second unit give them a 10-point lead to the starters? Here's McBride. McBride in the paint. McBride puts the floater up. Actually, this Cook, and he misses 25-20, but he penetrate into the paint. You got to like that. As here comes, and there's a foul call on the floor. So these are not household names Pistons. So I'm trying to look at my card to make sure I tell you who it is that's playing. So a lot of young kids. Ooh, they almost turned the ball over on the inbound play. Looked really sloppy to Diallo. Diallo almost had a backcourt violation almost. Here comes a drive in. Here's a kick. Misses, air ball. Burks turns the ball over, trying to find Obi Toppin in the wing. So good job by the Pistons from reading that. Here's a 3 and hits it. So they made the Knicks pay on their turnover, and they score on a 3-point ball. And I think that was Pickett on the 3 ball. Salute Frank. Frank in the building. Here's Toppin back to Burks. Burks driving, top of the key. He's going to reset. He's got Diallo. He has the mismatch. He has the center on him. He's going to try to beat him on the paint. He stops in the dime, and Alec Burks make it look easy. So Burks, 27-23. And CB says the fresh legs, and he loves the signing of Buck Showalter as almost turns the ball over. Diallo's all over the place, sloppy with the ball handling. So we thought Noel was sloppy. And here's a drive, kick. Diallo back to the other Diallo. Diallo and dang, good block there by Taj Gibson with a block. Here's quickly. Alley-oop. Oh, Obi Toppin with the slam jam. Alley-oop. He uses the force. Give quickly an assist. Yes, indeed. And as they misspelled his name again. Timeout. Woo. Oh, man, let's see that play quickly. And that's that two-man game and that summer league. All that hard work, those two guys together. And you see it right there. They have that ESP on the court, trust one another, and you see them growing right before our eyes. You got to love that. Oh, baby. And Burks as well. That's the second unit, the Rat Pack, knowing each other, knowing where everyone is, trusting one another, passing the passes in the outlet, getting the fast break going. It was Burks with the hockey assist to quickly trusting, alley-ooping, Obi Toppin, pure athleticism for the slam jam. The Knicks increasing their lead here, 29-23, causing the Detroit Pistons to call a timeout on the floor. Indeed. Run those likes. Let's get those likes running, guys. Let's get those likes. Let's get everyone going, get going. Indeed. As there's a timeout on the floor. And they have to show us a Damian Lillard commercial. With Deuce McBride playing the way he's playing on defense, you got to love it. Yeah, that's what practice is all about, trusting familiarity. And also, CB, remember, Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickly was also selected in the U.S. select team to go and participate with Team USA on the floor, gets practice, play with them, and that's more time that these two kids together and with the high level of competition, Team USA. So that's why it's showing the maturity of these players with the familiarity and playing well. And then if you watch some of the Knicks Summer League, that's when I started to watch along with the NBA here. I did Summer League. And also looking at the team played that the Summer League Knicks were really exciting, fun to watch, quick action, quick pace. And I think that's why us as a fan base got excited with the season. And wow, I did see that. I loved it, Big Task. Absolutely love that alley-oop. I'll get that clip. I'll put that on my social media. I'll definitely put it on there. I'll get that clip, and I'm just gonna post it all over to my social media account with that. I definitely will have that by the end of the game. Phenomenal job, and they played very well. Everyone in the summer league played extremely well. That's why I was kind of bummed out when Kevin Knox came down with the COVID. Didn't join them at the summer league because I think Kevin Knox, and we've seen Kevin Knox play well. I think he would have played even better this season if he would have not gotten that and opened up more eyes, or maybe we got traded as we started the play here. 29-23 as they rotate here to Diallo, pass it back. Good job there by Burks getting in the passing lane. Here's quickly. He's got a 3-on-2. Detroit got back really well on transition. So now we'll reset as everyone gets in. Here's Burks looking up, directing traffic, 12 on the shot clock. Burks driving. Burks passes it to Toppin. Toppin's going to shoot the three from the corner, and this hits the front of the rim. So Diallo. So we want to see Toppin attack. We'd rather see McBride take that three there, but Detroit driving, puts it up, misses. Toppin, good box out. And here's quickly stopping Detroit running back as soon as they miss, because they know that this Knicks team wants to get running in transition. Here's McBride with the ball, passes it to Burks. 14 on the shot clock. Burks by the logo. He's driving. Good job by a screen by Gibson. He rises for three. It's good. So good job there by Taj Gibson with the screen. Alec Burks coming through the curl, hitting that long range three. So 23-22. Knicks up by 9 here. So Knicks trying to push this to a double-digit lead. They pass it around. He's going to step back for three, and that's off the mark. Rebound quickly, loose ball, but they quickly right to top to. And look at it quickly right to Toppin. And is there a foul call on the floor? It looks like there'll be a loose ball foul. So good job there. Calvin doesn't want to hear about trade talk. I'm talking about in the offseason, prior to the start. If Kevin Knox would have played in the summer league and he would have had that confidence and would have played the way we saw in summer league going into the season, who never know? They might have pulled a before season type of move to try to get some picks or you know, to take advantage of Kevin Knox stock up high. That's my thing of that. Let's face it, Knox won't be here next year. As much as I like his play, what he did those 2 games, but if you could move him for a draft pick, or we saw what Patrick Beverley did yesterday, soft loft. I know you don't want to hear the trade talk, but it's about boosting the roster and getting more picks. The way the recent history of the Knicks, the way they have 7 draft picks. You can't keep all of them, but man, the way they're drafting players and developing them, you got to like what you see. I know it's taking slower than we want, but I trust this scouting team that the Knicks put together there to have a good eye for talent. And he goes, let's get this team out of here. Yeah, I agree with you, Big Task. You think they probably will. You're probably right, Kelvin. Maybe they'll hold them and play them when they play them, but we can't get upset if he comes in and he has rust, when he comes into play. And he says plus $50 million for cap from the cap. I don't know what. I'll check on their cap. I think they don't have that much money on their cap. I think they'll be okay. I think they're like middle of the pack. CB. I think this year, that the offseason that passed, they had a lot of money in the cap. This season, coming season, also they have to start talking contract extension with RJ Barrett as well. So it'll be interesting to see what they're thinking of. That's why we have to wait until the end of the year to see what RJ Barrett looks like. Before we as of right now, he looks like a $17 million player on the floor, around that. And he's not going to want to take that, get paid that kind of money. So that's going to be an interesting negotiation with RJ Barrett going forward. So it'll be interesting to see. So he's going to have to bank on himself to try to continue to make that leg sleep. But we could leave that for the offseason here as Burks starting to percolate here and being the catalyst here, the veteran on that second unit. But he's benefiting from the young players in the passing lane, getting some steals, a good hard screen by Taj Gibson, right there off the curl for a 3. It looked really, really good there. So Burks taking advantage and making Detroit pay. He's got 4. He's 4 for 4 from the field right now here. So Burks on fire right now. And of course, CB says it was very smart to give those 2 to 3 year contracts. That's the reason why they keep flexibility as they inbound the ball here to Burks. Burks, again, he's got Jackson in him. Good job by screen by Obi, but back to quickly driving, stops, turns around, puts it up. It's good. Emmanuel quickly. So Knicks double-digit lead here. Knicks up by 11, 34-23 with 8:15 before the halftime as Diallo wanted to call a play. He wanted a pick, but no, they'll reset. They'll pass the ball around in the perimeter into the center Diallo. He's got 8 on the shot clock. Good job by Gibson. Here's Halil Diallo. Back, shoots, bounce, loose ball. McBride, 1 and done for Detroit as Deuce McBride comes in, brings it by the logo, keeps his dribble. He keeps the dribble. Here's a double team. He has a mismatch. He has the center on him. Deuce McBride dancing. McBride driving. McBride puts it up off the glass, misses. Loose ball. Here comes Detroit. Detroit got a 2-on-2 and quickly stops the play there. So Knicks not over the penalty. He'll stop the play here. They'll inbound the ball here with 7:35, 34-23. No trades. So Calvin wants the big fish or no trades at all. As they'll inbound the ball here. Robinson to Garza. Good job by Gibson annoying him. Here's a pick. Passes it. Good job by deflecting it by Burks. 13 on the shot clock. So he's going to rise up for 3. It's an air ball. Knicks will have it. Oof. Vey. As Gibson would inbound the ball here. Knicks got to continue. They need to put this killer instinct here. As they'll inbound the ball here. Quickly we'll bring it up with 7:15 here. 34-23. Emmanuel quickly driving, top of the key, inbounds past the Toppin. Toppin, nice move for Toppin. Toppin puts it up and he gets fouled. So Obi Toppin getting the ball deep in the post, spinning, and he'll get to go to the free throw line here for 2. And he says D is doing the work. The D is doing the work. The defense looks much more, the team looks much more spring legs, more quicker and fast pace. It's still nothing pretty, but the second unit is making an exciting game as Mitchell Robinson and Julius Randle. So Toppin will sit. Here's another controversial play. Toppin just got into the deep in the paint. He could tell his body language. Toppin took his head down there. Toppin has some good play there in the paint. Spin move, got a foul, and you're gonna sit him down for Randle. Here's Burks gonna inbound to quickly. I mean, couldn't give me 2 more minutes of Toppin. But here's alley-oop to Mitchell Robinson. So quickly finds Mitchell Robinson, 36-23. Good job by Mitch. Get that assist for quickly here. 20, and McBride's still on the floor. Here's the Diallo come up Bay from the 3. So Sadiq Bey with a 3-pointer. So it's a 10-point game here. So now now guys are starting to hit threes for Detroit. Here's quickly driving, quickly got fouled. And Hamidou Diallo does not like that call. Diallo's upset, arguing with the ref. And they're not in the bonus. So they'll inbound the ball here quickly. I didn't see anything there, but Knicks will benefit from that call as they'll inbound the ball to Julius. Back to Kemba Walker in the game. Walker turns the ball over. He thought he had RJ cutting. So turnover here as Quickly sits on the bench. I mean, they've played a long time, so I understand. Actually, Quickly is in the game. They actually sat McBride. Here's a drive, kick. Thought about the 3. Now he's going to put the 3 with RJ in front of him, and he hits it. So just like that, the starters come in. The Detroit Pistons all of a sudden know how to hit threes. So it's a little bit of bad luck as well. As much as we pick on the starters, teams start getting hot when they see the Knicks starting unit on the floor. Here's RJ. RJ going strong to the basket. No fault. Mitchell Robinson fight for the rebound. Mitchell Robinson comes up with the loose ball. Back to Julius. Julius top of the key. Passes it to RJ. And they score. And a player's hurt. So we have Jackson's hurt. His ankle's hurting. Boy. RJ hurt Jackson on that dunk. His ankle is hurting. And the Pistons are another man down. They do not have enough man. Wow. That sucks to see that young man injured. Don't want to see any injuries, but oof. And says we ain't getting Curry, Booker. We ain't getting older players like Lillard, Mitchell from the Jazz. That can't really help us. So trade as part of basketball. Just make a good trade. So Joe Curry, RJ Randle to RJ with a dunk, and he is hurt. I hope it's nothing severe. I hope he's just something minor that he could get back in this game or not miss a lot of games here. So wow. Timeout on the floor, 5:52. Knicks up 38-29 here. And Detroit losing players, man. They're losing players left and right. And once again, let me give you as they're in a timeout. Look at the injury list for Detroit. You got Cunningham, Grant, Hayes, Jackson, Joseph, Lee, Livers, Lyles, Magruder, Olynyk, Smith, Stewart. Wow, all those players are out. All those players are out for Detroit. Another guy goes down. Ugh, man. Hopefully the kid could get back and play. Wow. 29-28 as they take a timeout there for injury. Giovanni, salute to Giovanni. Giovanni Vega in the Facebook app. Salute to you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Happy holidays to you. As the Knicks up 38-29. So run those likes, hit those likes, share the program. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Follow us on all our audio platforms in Spreaker and everywhere. So salute to everyone in the chat. Salute everyone watching us. And we appreciate you guys as we get back from the timeout there. So as I see RJ Barrett go strong. Let's see that replay there. And he twisted his foot, landing on Mitchell Robinson's foot or Garza. Oof. Wow. Those hurt. Those ankle twisters. Oof. Ouch. So we'll get back into the action once we get back from the timeout. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Goes every time struggle to put the team on the court right now, so no one's gonna make trades right now. Yeah, you're right, Kelvin. We mentioned that on the podcast with the COVID protocols. Guys are finding guys off the scrap heap. You know, even Mario Chalmers is having workouts with teams and so forth like that. And he was overweight for a while. He's trying to get back in shape as they inbound the ball here. Teams are not going to make trades. You're right on that. So 38-29. So it's going to show a detriment of the team and their G League. Passes it around. Here's a drive, misses, fight for the loose ball. Diallo, and he's a man on a mission. He gets the foul. So Diallo playing like a monster out there, fighting for the loose balls, and he's trying not to be denied, and he'll go to the free throw line here. 38-29. He wanted it more in that play. What players lead in free throws for 5 straight years? It's got to be the guys that always get on the line, and he misses the first free throw. I say Curry, Bird, or Nash. Not bad. I think John Stockton. If you ask me, Stockton free throws. Ray Allen was good. Man, it'd be interesting. As Curry, as you said, Curry, as Kemba Walker will bring the ball up here. So Kemba. So back to Randle, back to Kemba Walker driving in the paint, puts the floater up off the glass. It's good. So Knicks increase back to 10. Can the Knicks stay at double digits before half? Not allow this to be a single-digit game. As here comes Detroit off the. Oh, good job by RJ Barrett, just sticking his hand up. Good defense there. When you keep your hands up, move your feet. Here's Kemba, bounce past to Randle. Randle with the dunk. Give Kemba Walker an assist there. Good things happen when you go to the cup. 42, Knicks up by 12. 42-30 with just under 5 minutes as Detroit brings the ball up. Detroit. Here's a pass to Bay. So Bay keeps his dribble back. Here's a rises up for 3, and that's in front of the rim. Rebound RJ Barrett. So good job by the Knicks. Detroit missing a lot of shots though. So Barrett. 42-30. Knicks need to continue the pace here. Put the killer instinct back to Kemba. Quickly is back in the game. Quickly driving back to Kemba. Kemba to Randle. Randle's going to shoot the corner, and they call a 3-second violation. So turnover. Thank you for the share of the video. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for liking and sharing. I appreciate everyone watching with us. So salute to everyone in the chat as they bring the ball up here with 4:24 before halftime. Knicks up 42-30. Sadiq Bey driving. He's in the paint, driving, and he puts it up, and he's going to go some free throws. He got contact. So Julius Randle picks up a foul. Palma de Coco, saludos, salute. Palma de Coco, let's go Knicks indeed. So Palma de Coco in the building. Salute mi hermano. So hope you're doing good, my friend. Bendiciones, bro. Many blessings. As he hits a free throw here. 42-31. And a 10-point lead here for the Knicks with 4:11, and they pass the ball around. Back to RJ. RJ, top of the key. RJ, double team to Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson going strong to the basket, but he got fouled. So Stanley picked up the foul, and it tells me Stanley has a different jersey number from the media guide. Interesting to see that. But either way, Mitchell Robinson will go to the line. And I want the Knicks to tuck this team in to bed. It's story time. Yes, indeed. As Mitchell Robinson missed a free throw. That's a good one. Yeah, man. We want to tell you a story here in Detroit. The Knicks, I want the Knicks to hurry up and put the killing touch here and have the young guys play more minutes, rest the starters, get into the deep bench, and come away with out of the Motor City with the victory tonight. But right now, it's a 43-32 game here with 4 minutes. Both teams are in the bonus. So here's a drive, kick to Bay. Bay thinking about the three. He's driving back. Here's a drive into the paint on for Kemba Walker, and they're going to call an offensive foul. So playing a little wild there. Good job by Kemba Walker. As Wayne Casey. Boy, he must be – what a rough one for Wayne Casey. Let's see the replay there. It's Kemba. Oh, yeah, he barreled into Kemba Walker. Good job by Kemba. So Kemba Walker knows how to get charges, and just a wild play there as the Knicks play little Harlem Globetrotters with the ball between RJ and Randle by the 3-point line. He's quickly had a three, but he had the tall guy coming after him. He's back to RJ. RJ driving in the paint. RJ puts up the floater, misses, fight for the rebound. Loose ball comes up by Detroit. Here's Diallo. Diallo with 3:27. Knicks up by 11. Here's Diallo strong to the basket. Put the layup. It's good. So back to single digits. 43-39, 9-point game here with 3:15. That's why I want the Knicks to keep this at a double-digit lead. Can they do it? Here's Kemba, double team, passes it off. Well, pass back to Randle. Randle, 12 on the shot clock. Back to Kemba. Kemba breaking down, puts the floater, misses. So Knicks got to hit some shots if they want to break the zone down. They're trying the zone. They're throwing the zone right at the Knicks on offense, and it seems like they're doing that on the starters. As they pass the ball, Garza fires up the three. It's off the mark. Rebound, Julius Randle kicks it back and almost stolen, and they did steal it. So Detroit kept it in bounds. Here's a play. Diallo passes on a three, drives to the basket, double clutch, no call. Randle comes up with the ball. Here comes RJ in the front court, 2-on-1. RJ goes strong and goes off the glass, and he scores 45-34. RJ Barrett doing some strong moves there, and he looks the ref. No calls. The ref's letting him play a little bit here. So 28 points for the Knicks in the paint. It's 8 to Detroit. And the Knicks started off shooting the ball from three and started the game. So this game could have been over early. Here's Kemba Walker. It's a good job by the Knicks getting a turnover on Garza. Quickly, he's going to fire the three. It's off the front of the rim. Here comes Detroit with the rebound. Detroit in transition, 2-on-1, back, and he turns the ball over. Sloppy play there. When you're so close under the basket, go up strong. And Palmer turns the ball over, throwing the ball up with 2:04 left here before half, 45-34. A little sloppy. So Palmer showed that 28-year-old rookie still has jitters. Good call there. And Trayvon Palmer from Chicago State, 6'6", 200 pound, 27-year-old rookie. Good job there, 28-year-old. So Knicks will have it here with 2 minutes before halftime. Knicks trying to keep this a double-digit lead and extend it as Julius Randle bounced past to Kemba. But good job by Luka Garza coming in there. But fight for the loose ball, a little sloppy there. Here comes Detroit on that steal. Here's a fast break by Diallo. Diallo scores, and just like that, Knicks a single digit again, back to 9. 1:40. The Detroit Pistons just don't want to go away. They're just there with striking range. That's Kemba Walker. 13 on the shot clock by the Piston logo. 10 on the shot clock. Now Walker passes it to quickly. Looking up. 4 on the shot clock. Quickly, he's going to have to put this up. 3 quickly. Back, puts up off the rim. Fight for the loose ball. Randle came in crashing. Last touch by New York. So the Knicks, they went away from attacking the glass. Now they want to go back. They have 48 points in the paint. Continue to score. You're not the Golden State Warriors. Go attack the basket. Keep it simple. And here's Detroit bounce pass. Diallo mid-range, and it's good. So just like that, then my God, they keep tacking away. Next thing you know, you'll be down a 2-possession game. 45-38 with exactly a minute to go. Knicks got to make it hard on themselves. They can't have anything easy. With 1 minute, as Kemba Walker picks up the ball here. 45-38 with 55 seconds. Kemba back to RJ. There's the zone again. RJ going in. RJ Barrett going in, scoring in the paint as will. You keep running that play until the cows come home, man. Keep running that play. I don't see why they have to want to shoot threes right now. Dominate in the paint. Diallo Diallo spins. Stop. Back. Here's a Bay for three. It's good. So Sadiq Bey steps back. So it's a 6-point game. 47-41. 36.1 seconds here. Where the Knicks should be up by double digits, close to 18 points, if you ask me. Here's Kemba. Kemba. Back to Randle. Randle. Back to quickly driving. Back. Bounce pass and stolen by Detroit. So Detroit could cut this down. And, they turned the ball over. My God, the Knicks are so fortunate that Detroit is more pitiful than them currently this evening. 47-41. It's a dance. Watusi is like a dance. Like a boogaloo, Watusi, waltz type of deal. It's like a Latin boogaloo, that type of dance. As Randle, 8-7, and Randle's gonna take the last shot. When are they gonna learn? Randle never hits the last shot of the game. He never. He cannot hit the last shot for anything. He's the last person I want on the Knicks to go for a buzzer beater. 4.8 seconds here. He got bailed out, so he'll go to free throw line if there was a foul called, and actually a technical foul, or either that or 3 seconds. As Kelvin T. Jones says, it's also an African tribe. Okay, it's kind of like a twist. Yeah, that's a good. That's also a good reference. You're welcome. As it was a 3-second violation, as Randle's going to take the last shot again, and of course, like I told you, one thing for sure: death taxes and Julius Randle not hitting when the half is about to end, either fourth quarter or at the half. But it is what it is. Horrible second IQ, 2 horrible shots in a row. So our resident general manager in the building, Knicks 100, the GM, salute. Yes, and the dance did originate in Africa. So, of course, multicultural, the program. I love to see that, and educational with the dance, with all types of dance. Basically, or most of the music in that we had to have come from Africa. Side self with the bongo, the percussions, the music. It's a lot of African roots involved in it, with a lot of the sounds, and you gotta love it. Myself being a big salsero who likes salsa, you have all that music, and it's just with the bongo, with the conga. It's we could be here for hours talking about that with the music, with that. But we go to the half. That was a good topic there. Good topic. Let me find the stats for the halftime, and you could see that in a big influence in the Afro-Cuban music. With the chalanga. If you're Puerto Rican, the bomba en plena. That's also Afro Latino music. All originate from Africa. With the sounds, when the ancestors came and brought that wonderful music to our beautiful island. And let's get the staff. And some reason this is acting weird. And let's see. So we're at the half here. Knicks up 48-41. And here we are. The halftime. The New York Knicks, 18 out of 43, 41.9% from the field. The Detroit Pistons at home shooting 32.6%, 15 out of 46. The Knicks are shooting 3 of 16 from 3-point land, 18%, 18.8%. Ugh, putrid. The Pistons, not bad at 3. They're 8 for 22, 36.4% from 3-point land. That's what's keeping them in this game. Because the Knicks, if they will hit some, Knicks got to continue attacking the glass. We'll get to that in a moment. Knicks are 9 out of 10. Much better effort at the free throw line. Remember, yesterday they were very terrible. They were terrible at the free throw line, but much better tonight. Only missed 1 free throw. Detroit's 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Knicks are rebounding. The Pistons 27-23. Pistons have 5 offensive rebounds to New York 4. The Knicks and Pistons both have 10 assists. Knicks have 2 blocks. Pistons have 6 steals. New York has 5 steals. Both teams turn the ball over 8 times. The Knicks have 28 points in the paint and 10 points for Detroit. And we'll go to the high man of the game for the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks this evening being led by R.J. Barrett in 17 minutes of action, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Manuel Quickly with 9 points, 16 minutes of action, 2 assists. Alec Burks from the bench, 7 minutes of action, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 2 points for Todd Gibson in 9 minutes, 3 rebounds. Obi Toppin, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 7 minutes of action. So almost doubled his input last night game. And let's see who else on the floor. Quentin Grimes played 8 minutes, started, 2 rebounds, no assists. Didn't play much of the second half at all. Didn't see Quentin Grimes on the second half. Gotta let the kid play, even though he's not hitting his threes. Salute Melvin Smith. Salute Melvin Smith in the building. And Quentin Grimes not hitting his threes, but he does play good defense, good perimeter defense. It isn't bad when you have a change of pace with R.J. Barrett. The guys both play good perimeter defense, and I think that's a good substitution for one another, and especially if RJ's not hitting, but RJ's being aggressive tonight. Kemba Walker in 15 minutes in action, 2 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. 15 minutes for Kemba Walker so far. Let's see how many minutes Thibodeau want to go with him to in the second half here. Julius Randle, 5 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. I like the high assist total. Want him to get a little higher. 17 minutes in action. And Mitchell Robinson, 5 points, 15 minutes of action, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. That's the scoring for the New York Knicks. For the Detroit Pistons, you got being led by Sadiq Bey, 16 points in 19 minutes of action, 2 assists, 5 rebounds. Halil Diablo is with 20 minutes of action, 14 points, 3 assists, 7 rebounds. Luka Garza had 18 minutes on the floor with 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 points for Darren Walton Jr. and in 15 minutes with 3 assists. 14 minutes for Fred Jackson, who hopefully he looked like he got a really bad sprain on his ankle. He had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 3 points. Stanley, 11 minutes, 1 rebound, 2 points, and actually Robinson with 9 minutes of action, 3 points, 1 rebound, and that's the scoring for the Detroit Pistons. And 48-41. Knicks are fortunate here. They not shooting the 3-ball well. The second unit gave them a nice cushion, and when the starting unit's out there, it's like they have to struggle. They did a nice thing. They had it at double figures, but then they get into some kind of lapse that allow the second unit just to allow the opponents, to just come back and cut it to a single digit lead. And that's sometimes gets us a little frustrated, gets us a little agita, and all the good stuff there. In the words of Joe Badingo, all the pain. Let's take a look at the chat here. Hold on. And awesome. And it goes, Big Taz says, I remember that song from the movie Carlito's Way. He says, I like Randle 20 and 10, but it's clear that he's not a number 1 option. That's why we need a superstar to keep him. Offensive, not good, but on attacking the hoop and is keeping them afloat. Yeah, the points in the paint. Thank you. Appreciate that. No problem. And they are from Rwanda. Remember those Ducey. And of course, Melvin Smith checking in. And so Batman was Boldry. And Watusi's a Try My Song dance. And a lot of 7-footers. And here, yep, they are. That region is, what? That's true. Watusi, that they're 7-footers. And one of the salsa songs, when they're breaking it down in Spanish, they actually mention the tribe and how tall the guys are from that region. So for the Knicks to be successful, in my opinion, we must share that point total balanced scoring attack. I agree. Everything everything in life is goes smooth and is balanced. And I kind of want to see more of RJ attacking the glass. I like the way himself is taking a conscious to go to the glass, break down the zone defense, and pretty soon the threes will go in. The threes will go in for Quentin Grimes if he comes back to play. As they're showing the highlights of Charlotte and the Pacers right now at second quarter. Pacers 67-52. Wow, that's a high scoring game down in Indiana. Wow. So high flying scoring game there. And of course, Celtics are playing the Clippers in home at TD Garden House. And that's all even a 28 low scoring game there in the second. So I think last night the Pelicans beat the Cavaliers, if I'm not mistaken. Something happened on the floor there. I think somebody called a whistle on a fake whistle from the fans. Ooh, tough news for Cavaliers. Ricky Rubio suffered a torn ACL. Oh man, that team has some bad luck. The Cavaliers. Actually, did you see LeBron started at center for the Lakers? LeBron at center. Talk about desperate times. So he's playing the center. He had a block too, although it looked like a goaltend. But they beat the lonely Rockets. Oof. So what a struggle for Los Angeles. And they actually were a 2-possession game. A 2-possession game with the Rockets late in the fourth quarter. Wow. And of course, the Denver Nuggets defeated the Warriors in Oracle 89-86, a game that looked like it was back in the early 90s. Not a lot. You don't expect that from these two teams, an 89-86 game. But the Denver Nuggets beat the Golden State Warriors. As Steph Curry continues to put up an MVP type of year, man. Wow. But here, the key for the second half adjustment, continue playing from ahead. Salute to Alex Calderon. Salute Alex Calderon watching us on the Facebook app. I appreciate you there. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. They appreciate it. And of course, for the second half for the New York Knicks, they can have to continue to attack the paint, break down the zone defense, keep going to the basket. No rim protection whatsoever. Detroit is showing you're definitely beating us. And it says you saw Steph hit a 3,000 3-pointer. That's what it was. Okay. That's what it was. I noticed that. So good job there. Kelvin T. Jones always coming up there. He's putting his he's our substitute when G Money's not around with the fun facts. So Kelvin T. Jones multitasking, sheriff, and now helping out G Money with the fun facts. So I love that. That's what I love about my chat, man. They always got my back here. Always got me there. So I know I have confidence with when you surround yourself with good people, you got something special going on. So thank you so much there. So yeah, so the keys for the game, that's one of my keys there on defense for the New York Knicks. Just keep Detroit one and done. Don't give up the offensive rebound, second possession. Keep them to one and done. Continue to rotate. Allow this team to shoot bad shots, put up some bad shots, and just test some bad shots. If they want to shoot from the perimeter, just be there. Even if you're not, just be contesting, be in the vicinity. And this team, I think, good fortunes. And if they make the turn the ball over, you go back to that same play, taking the ball to the basket, to the rim, and just eat, sleep, rinse, and repeat. If you're the Knickerbockers on offense, and just keep doing those positive, and end it. Put them early out, put them away early, and then give a 9-point, 10-point lead to the second unit, and let the second unit do their thing. And next thing you know, you're up by 17, 19. Heading into the fourth quarter. That's my perfect diagram. If I'm looking for in the third quarter, you cannot have a letdown in that third quarter. Not allow this team to think that they have a chance to win this game or keep it to a single possession or 5-point heading into the fourth quarter. Then you're going to give Detroit some confidence. So we shall see. So let me read some more chats. That's why I say Curry is better than Jordan in an offensive standpoint. And shooting wise, that's a compliment because G Money knows his stuff. Yeah, Calvin. No. It wasn't a knock. It was a very good compliment for you. You know how I feel of getting fired up as the head coach because my starting lineup could Mitchell Robinson or Jabari Grimes, probably Randle with a quick pull of his behind if he's not producing. Okay. We shall see if Thibodeau. I doubt Randle is going to get, although this is the kind of game, no, no lie, this is the type of game if Randle third quarter is dogging it or doesn't come out, I wouldn't mind Thibodeau just to sit him for just pull him, sit him, and you then because you could always bring him back against OKC, and really then Randle will ball out because OKC is another team that's now one on the floor could really handle Julius. And if you want to do that, if I'm okay, if you see that he's not on defense, giving you an effort or making business decisions like they call, I'm okay if they want to bench him. From not play the fourth quarter, send like a small message. And I know, because remember, you got to also keep the chemistry going well in the locker room, because if you see Randle not playing up to par and dogging it and not doing well, and it's going to send a bad message to your teammates. While the superstar is getting away with not, and the coach is preaching, be responsible on defense, know your man, play your man, and so forth. And he don't do that, it's going to send a bad narrative to the locker room and to your teammates, especially these young kids that are hustling, and you're trying to establish a winning culture, winning environment. And he has to lead by example. So he says Randle needs to sit the fourth if we're up. We shouldn't have that much of a problem with 8 players from the worst team in the NBA. Joe, I'm with you on that, but it's just Thibodeau, even if you're up by 32 in the fourth, and you still got 12 minutes to play, he'll still play his starters. That's the only thing that worries me a little bit. But me personally, if Randle's not playing well, I think we need to yank him just to send a message. So right now, the starters only have 25 points, 10 or 28. The bench, 23 points, 88 for 15. So I remember Melvin was saying, was it Melvin? Who said it, balanced scoring? I think so. Who wrote the balanced scoring? I want to give the right credit. No, CB wrote about the balanced scoring. And there you go. Bench and starters. Bench only has 2 less points than the starters. Correct. So balanced scoring there as Quentin Grimes. We'll continue to start here. No Evan Fournier, sore ankle, as we get to inbound the ball here. 48-41, and we're on the way second half as Garza, same starting 5 for Detroit, passes around. Actually, not because no Jackson. Here's Bay backs in Randle, puts the shot, fight for loose ball. Randle comes up with the rebound. I agree with you, Knicks. Here's RJ back to Randle, back to RJ driving, misses, loses the ball. Here's Samik Bey on a fast break, and just like that, it's a 5-point game, 48-34, 48-43. So Grimes will bring the ball up. Quentin Grimes, RJ Barrett has the ball in the curl, back to Randle. 13 on the shot clock. Randle keeps the dribble, pass to Walker, and turnover. Knicks are getting sloppy. Here we go. Here's the sloppy play. I know about that. I know about that, missing them by 1 pick. I know they had some action there, so I quickly looked down for a moment. And 48-43. Now, usually with the Knicks turn the ball over like this in the third quarter, teams usually come and hit to 3 immediately. Transition 3, but I think the Knicks deflected the pass here, and they'll inbound the ball here with 20 seconds. And usually they cannot give up a 3 here. Usually this would happen. This is something that normally happens. Here's Diallo driving to the basket off the glass, and it's good. So they gave up the bucket. Now it's a 3-point game. Timeout on the floor. Just like that. And I don't know what it is that this team does this every game. Every game on just maybe 4 games that I've called that the third quarter, they haven't had a third quarter from Doom, but man, every game they just come out with this. I don't know what it is, guys. I just don't know. I don't see what it is that this happens so much. And I knew that he couldn't shoot a pass. I thought that he would be a Nash type instead of a transition player on offense. And there goes Julius with the ISO ball, and that's got to stop. And later on, those that don't know why, I know. Let's see. With Knicks 100 GM was saying Randle should have been suspended from the huddle. I did put a video, and I still have it there, but I'll play it at the end of the game. Where last night's game, I guess one of the last possessions that New York stopped um, the Timberwolves, they coach writing out a play, giving instructions to the team, and Randle decides to get up and leave in the middle of coach's speech and instructions. And you see Coach Hachimura looks at Randle and he's like, "Where you going?" And that was not good. That's why I was mentioning you can't lose that lock. You could lose where if you don't reprimand and your player, no matter who it is, you could lose. You could lose your locker room and you could start. And that's why if you heard me earlier in the podcast on here around 4 o'clock earlier, I said you gotta be careful if you have a potato that's going bad, because the one potato could ruin the sack. And I'm not saying Randle is a rotten potato, but he's getting to the point where it could be a bad spoil. And hopefully he doesn't turn that way. He, whatever issues he's going through, because Coach Thibodeau is trying to let him play the game and figure it out. We all want last year's Julius Randle. We all want Randle from last year, and Thibodeau, God only knows, is trying to get him out there, try to unlock him to return to that form. But right now it's almost 30 plus games and nothing yet from Randle. So I don't. When is he going to say it's not going to happen? We shall see. So we shall see there. So let's go with really did that choice with the white to begin personal. I don't like the white and all black uniforms, especially with his status with the teams. And we'll inbound the ball here. Don't forget Friday, OKC, New Year's Eve. Don't know if I'm going to do that stream yet. I'm up in the air with that. As Quentin Grimes will bring the ball. Just hit the notification. We'll find out. I don't know yet if I will do the OKC game. I know Michigan plays as well, so I don't know. I don't know. I got to check with Z's schedule, because Michigan plays in the playoff as Julius Randle gets stripped the ball and last touch by Randle off his knees. So 48-45. I still want Randle that was a good play by Randle. I give that an opportunity for them hitting the good defense. I still want Randle to give me that play 9 out of 10 times with Julius going forward. Here's Bay stops, passes. He's got Diallo going strong to the basket, puts it up, and he scores over Julius Randle. 48, 1-point game. So you're giving the Pistons some hope here. 48-47 with 10 minutes. Wow. I can't believe this. So here's Randle. I don't know why Kemba Walker isn't getting this ball and featuring on him. Here's Grimes. Back to now Walker gets the ball. Walker, 8 on shot clock. Rises for 3. It's off the mark. Rebound by Diallo. Diallo passes. He's got Bay double team into the paint. He puts it up and a foul. Count it and 1. Detroit takes the lead. Unbelievable. Detroit takes a lead and a chance for an old-fashioned 3-point play as Quentin Grimes huddles the team and asks them, "What are we doing here? Why are we not rotating? What's going on?" And good job. You see Quentin Grimes call the team right over. Good job. And this is a rookie doing this. And this is a rookie calling the team over. Yes, he was the culprit of getting caught with a foul, and he called the team over. Salute to Ron, still Knicks, as he misses the free throw here. So Knicks trail by 1. Salute to Ron, still Knicks fan. Thank you for coming by. It's good to see you. As RJ Barrett passes to Randle. Randle passes to Grimes. Grimes passes to Randle. Randle from the left wing. Randle driving. He loses the handle. No handle. Randle turns it over. Here comes Detroit. And Detroit outplaying the New York Knicks. They take the lead here. 49-48. And what's the call here? Is it a turnover? With 9:18. As we're getting a timeout on the floor. So Quentin Grimes causes a turnover, I believe. But you're starting to see the young kids, they quickly. Oh, Grimes got caught with the foul there. Okay, to stop that fast break. You see, Evan Fournier is wearing a New York Yankee jacket. You don't see Evan Fournier rocking any other team's jersey. You remember Randle had the Cowboys shirt the other day in Giant Stadium. Come on. You see Fournier with the Yankee jacket. You guys, Pepe Le Pew is smart. He knows what he's doing there. This team is so distressful to watch. Yeah, I agree. It is a little distressful. They're checking for clear path foul. That's what it was. Oh, it might. You know what? It might be a clear path foul. So it looks like Fournier has an ankle issue. Joe, he woke up with a sore ankle from yesterday's game. Dangerous told me that in the chat earlier. As Pistons will bring the ball up, and it was just a foul. So no clear path foul. So here's a 3-pointer from the key, and it's good. So now Detroit building on this lead. 54-52, 11-0 run for Detroit. A third quarter for Doom starting to show his head as Kemba Walker is having a hard time. Here comes the double team. They throw the double on Kemba. Now the zone. Here's Grimes. Back to Kemba. 12 on the shot clock. Knicks looking for some answers. Can't find it. Double screen. A double from the perimeter. Here's Quentin Grimes riding off a three. It's in and out, misses. Mitchell Robinson comes up with the offensive rebound. Mitchell Robinson goes back strong, misses. Tip again. Mitchell Robinson again. Mitchell Robinson again, misses. Knicks can't buy a bucket. Mitchell Robinson finally, and Mitchell Robinson goes down to the floor. Oh my goodness. And do they call it? Nope. Offensive interference. Oh my God. All that for nothing. Matt, what's going on? Matt Travado. Salute. A lot of problems with the Knicks. RJ regressing. The team should be by his now. RJ ain't good. He's not even the second best player. And offensive foul there. Salute, Matt. RJ is starting at a new position and instead of shooting guard. Yeah, I think RJ shooting. I mentioned that a little early on the podcast as we'll bring the ball up here. I'll address that in the next timeout. And here comes Kemba Walker. Walker, my opinion at least. And Walker to Randle. Randle still keeps the dribble. Back to RJ. RJ. The Knicks stop going to the paint. Here's RJ. RJ going in the paint. RJ going strong, but blocked and a foul. So remember, they were scoring in the paint as will. They stopped doing that starting the third quarter and allowed Detroit to play defense, steal the ball, get in transition. And now, thank God for RJ going to the hole. He's going to go to the free throw line here for a pair of free throws with 8:08, but he has to hit them. RJ hits the first, so he has to hit both of his free throws. And he says there's more going on with RJ with bad play. I can't wait for a timeout to address a little bit of the RJ. My opinion there, 50-52, 2-point game here. 50 points for RJ, 5 rebounds as Bay. He's in isolation, backing out RJ. RJ holding his ground, passes it around. Diallo, 9 on the shot clock. Diallo going in, attacking, mid-range jumper. It's good. So Detroit finding their shooting shoes here, and they come out in this quarter pretty hot. Here's RJ. RJ trapped. The floor deflected, turnover. Here comes Detroit. Bounce pass. And the Bay in transition misses, and they're going to call an offensive foul. Good job by RJ Barrett. So Bay pushing off with his hands. Knicks will have it 50-54, 7:34 here in the third quarter. Yep, as he pushed off Barrett with the offhand to create separate. Didn't need to do that. He would have been at the free throw line as Barrett's going to inbound the ball here to Burks. Burks in the game. So 7 minutes, Thibodeau sub finally. As Burks, the first man off the bench. Burks breaking down to Walker, 11 on the shot clock. So here's Walker going to shoot the three, and that's an air ball. Here comes Detroit. Oof. In the transition game, back to Garza. Garza's going to shoot the three, and that's good. Luka Garza from downtown, 50-57. The young man could shoot the three ball, stretch 5. So right now, Knicks look slow, lethargic, and then no one's cutting. Here's Kemba going into the paint. Back to RJ. RJ is going to shoot the three from the right corner. Air ball. Mitchell Robinson, right place on the right time, and he puts it back. Mitchell Robinson, chance for a 3-point play. Oof. That shot was terrible from RJ Barrett. You don't know that, and you cannot dare to say that was an assist. With 6:51, 57, 52. Knicks trail by 5 here. Chance to cut it down to 4 as quickly returns here. And the bench is the only thing to look forward to when you see the Knicks. And oof, misses the free throw. So Knicks got to hit some free throws as quickly in there playing some good D, trying to pressure the ball handler. He's driving. Good job by Burks and turnover. So New York's defense, perimeter defense, quickly, and Burks causing a little issue. And I think why not bring in Toppin? But nope, they're being stubborn here. And this is how you get a fan base to turn on your head coach immediately. But it's not the coaches; it's more than that, folks. Here's Randle. Randle double team back to Randle again with 7 on the shot clock. Randle's gonna shoot. Randle misses. Get the ball out of this guy's hands for now. Quickly playing defense. Here's Bay backing in quickly, slowly, double team, gets the ball out of his hands, 10 on the shot clock, passes it around Diallo. Diallo going in, pushes off, and he gets a bump, contact, no call. So he scores 59-52. Detroit bringing it. Here's RJ. RJ passes it to Randle. Randle back to Burks. Burks is going to shoot the 3. It's off the mark. Rebound, Mitchell Robinson. He had it last touch. Detroit's ball. Or was it last touch by Detroit? Let's see what the call. No, Knicks will have it. It's last touch by Detroit. And he goes, Mitchell Robinson got like three rebounds in that play. As Emmanuel quickly would inbound the ball here. The referee tells RJ and Diallo to cut it out. They're jostling for position as they're going to inbound the ball here. Quickly's got to find somebody. And he just got it into RJ Barrett. Barrett driving. Barrett puts it up. Mitchell Robinson with the tip. And is it no basket? Was it above the cylinder? It looks like it was above the cylinder. RJ Barrett should have initiated the contact from Luka Garza, but no basket, offensive interference, 52-59. As pass it around here. Here's Diallo. Diallo spins over Mitchell Robinson. Nice job by Sadiq Bey. Wow, he went after Mitchell Robinson there. Good job there for the Pistons. 61-9. Now it's a swing, 9-point lead for Detroit. Now they're the Detroit trying to play for a double-digit lead as blocking foul by Luka Garza. Wow. You got 5 minutes here. Can you give Obi Toppin some minutes here? And nope, it's Taj Gibson. Where you're trailing by 9, you need some energy. You need some energy up and down the court, and no Obi Toppin again. As they'll inbound the ball here. Todd Gibson gets the inbound play. Let's get going here, and they'll call a turnover. Oh, wow, sloppy basketball. This is another third quarter from Doom in Detroit. My God, the Knicks are playing themselves into unwatchable and chewing tinfoil. Wow, come on. It was a good first half, and this third quarter is terrible. 7 turnovers from New York. Here's a shot, a long range, and they call a whistle, what they call on the floor, a foul. So now referees are getting ticky-tack. You're trailing. Guys, now the body language, now the game is starting to become slow, methodic. It's mucking up, and a technical foul here. And he hits on a 10-point game. Just like that, the G League Detroit Pistons up 10 over this New York Knicks. Starting against the starters, to be honest with you. Against the New York Knicks starting unit. Here's Garza. They're going to call another foul. Oh, my God. It's on Gibson. As Garza passes to Bay. Good job by Randle on the switch. Here's Bay. Randle trying to go for the steal. Here's a pass in the paint and too easy. Too easy. Yep, the fans are going to kill Thibodeau. Yep, they are. They're going, and rightfully so. There's rightfully so in this game if they lose this game, and well deserved. We can't buy the bucket. Here's quickly misses. Rebound by Gibson. Gibson comes up ripping it. Here's Randle misses the 3-pointer. Here comes Detroit trying to look for some more and playing like 2019 again. That's indeed. Here's Garza for 3, and that's in misses. Rebound RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett bringing the ball up with 4 minutes. RJ Barrett spins and Gibson and loose ball, and Knicks will turn the ball over. It looks so terrible out there, guys. My God, this is like wow. 4 minutes. Wow. They were scoring at the paint as they will. There is no rim protection. I love Taj Gibson. Yes, I want his jersey. Why can you not play Toppin with Randle? Go with the Pemple. If you don't want to sit Randle, play Toppin in there. I love Taj Gibson. Don't get me wrong, but my goodness, this is McBride, the only one that was penetrating to the basket with RJ going in there. Why is he still sitting? 5'3", 50. You're gonna bring him in with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Here's the 3 open and rebound Barrett. So that timeout there, he should have brought in McBride. He should have brought in Toppin. Let him play the last 3 minutes. Here's RJ back to Burks. Burks wide open 3. It's off the mark. So Knicks can't buy a bucket here. Here comes Detroit. Detroit feeling confident like a peacock over the bay to Diallo. So you're giving this team hope, and it's becoming a really bad game here. Here's a spin, drives, kicks, and it's good. So Knicks are starting to get blown out here. My God, this is a high-level college team. It is depressing. Timeout. This is disgusting. You sit these guys down. Sit your bench down. Put these kids in. My God, they're embarrassing. Man, so with this is horrible. With the RJ Barrett, I was waiting for a timeout, and they kept playing with RJ Barrett. He is moved over to small forward. He started well early, and then he had a stomach virus. And this is and I mentioned it earlier on my podcast on the channel as well on the stream. No excuses. I'm not here to apologize for RJ Barrett, but he had that stomach virus. And boy, if you food poisoning, stomach virus, when you can't keep food in, no matter which way, from the basement, from the roof, it's tough. And especially a high-class athlete that they do nothing but sweat, they run, they get dehydrated, you get weak. And RJ Barrett, he had that. He finally got through that stomach virus issue, started eating, he started playing a little well, he started playing much better, and COVID. Right now, I want to wait before I get my full criticism and my full venom on RJ Barrett until the end of the year. I'm giving him to the end of the year. And I want to see what his numbers finish up, how he looks, and before I could say 3rd round pick, because it's gonna be interesting. I mentioned earlier he's gonna start talking contract extension. And of course, I want them to break that Charlie Ward curse. Finally have one of our own draft pick sign a second contract with their team, with the New York Knicks. Hasn't happened since Charlie Ward. And I can't wait for RJ Barrett to break that. It's a Charlie Ward curse. And hopefully he does. Or if the Knicks trade him away, the clock keeps skipping to the next available draft pick to sign a 2nd-year contract with the Knicks. It could be Mitchell Robinson, it could be RJ Barrett, but both guys on the trading block, if you ask me. And I said, remember, this organization, this front office didn't draft RJ Barrett, except for Scott Perry, but we can see Scott Perry probably has a door out in the Portland job, whatever the case is. We don't know what they really think inside behind the scenes on RJ Barrett. They're not their draft pick. Do they see as he's got, and what they see with their scouting report, their own scouts and so forth. So with Barrett, I'm giving him a small pass. Also changing, he's not a small forward, he is a shooting guard, playing out of position to accommodate Fournier. And now with the emergence of Quentin Grimes, it should be interesting to see what they really think. in that. I would love to be a fly in the wall in the Knicks hierarchy, what they really think and what they see going forward. So as we get the play here to quickly's in the game, Toppin's in the game. Whoo! McBride and Taj Gibson. So here we go. This is the Knicks' chance. If they're going to win this game, they're going to make some noise. Here's quickly, immediately. And there's a foul on the floor. So quickly, right away. And let's see how many useless minutes IQ get. This is confusing. This is why it takes so long for Tibbs to make adjustments. Let's go Rat Pack. And he says they better start before it explodes. Quickly goes to the line here. He hits one free throw here. He has another one coming up. 53-66. Knicks aren't even an average team. How are you guys surprised? And we're surprised because we see that there's a lot of young talent. That's why we are I guess a little bit uncomfortable. And he hits another free throw. So quickly gets 3 free throws coming up. It was fouled on the 3-point attempt. RJ Barrett is 21. Zion wants to come to our Knicks. I've been saying that, Melvin, for since last March. I don't even think realigning less than 360 halfway. Consistent Frenchie isn't living up to his baseball card. We need offense. As quickly hits all 3. 55-66 as Knicks playing some pressure now on defense. As from perimeter, some ball handling defense. As McBride on defense there, following his defender. Bounce past to Garza. Garza back to Diallo. Diallo on the switch. And here's Burks. Burks playing some good defense there. Here's on the paint. So good job there. So you give this unit some confidence in the Pistons, and now they're playing with confidence. The starters did that. 26 points for Diallo. Back to Burks. Burks driving. Burks stops. Keeps a dribble. 12 on the shot clock. Burks under the basket, and he scores. They go into the basket. They're getting points. There's no rim protection. Keep going to the hole. 57-68 with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the third quarter as they pass the ball around. So good job as he fights over a curl to Garza. Garza passes it. He's going to shoot the 3, catch and shoot 3, misses. Rebound Gibson. So here comes one and done. Let's go Knicks. Here comes Burks. Burks keeps his dribble. Burks back to Toppin. Actually to quickly loses the ball. Double team, bounce past to Gibson. Gibson back to Toppin with a dunk, and he slams and jams it. 59-68. They're moving the ball here with a minute and 39 seconds. I know I'm a little behind. 30 points for the Knicks bench, 7 for Detroit. Here's Garza. Here's a block by Taj Gibson. Here comes McBride. McBride in the fast break. McBride going strong. McBride going. He got hit. No call. Wow, no foul call. Wow. And Thibodeau, he got hit in the wrist. Wow. No call. And the Knicks need to get some stops. Here's a drive, turns, in the paint, shoots, misses, rebound quickly. Knicks want to push. Here's Emmanuel quickly pushing the ball. Now he's going to wait for his teammates. Let's go. Here's quickly driving in the paint. Pass it to Gibson. Gibson with the foul. So good job there. Good job by quickly finding Todd Gibson there. So Gibson will go to the line for some free throws. Knicks will score with the clock stop. Knicks trail 59-68. A 7-point game here. Can the Knicks cut this down to 1 possession before the fourth quarter? Small goals. Or actually, nice 57 seconds. Anything can happen, but can they cut it down to 1 possession? That's what I'm asking for. I'm going in the fourth. Gibson hits a free throw. And Deuce playing perimeter defense. And good job. Knicks moving the ball around. Gibson has an assist on that Obi top and dunk as Gibson has another free throw coming up. He hits it. 61-68 with 56 seconds. Here's a drive. Bounce pass to Diallo. Has it up top of the key. He's going to give it to Bey. Bey, 7 on the shot clock. Sadiq Bey dribbling between his dribble. He's going to step back for 3. And woof, he hits it. Tough shot there. 71-61. You give this team you give this team hope against the starters. They confidence. Once you have confidence, here's Burks going into the paint, puts it up, misses, fight for the loose ball. Here comes Detroit with the ball, 61-71. As they bring the ball up here, they're 2 seconds differential shot clock from game clock, so it's 13 on the shot clock. McBride playing some good perimeter defense on his man. He's called for a pick. He gets over the pick. Here's Gibson. Good job. Stolen. Here's Burks. 3 seconds here. Burks going to the basket, going hard. And there's a foul call. And he gets it. And count it with 0.4 seconds. Chance for a 3-point play. Alec Burks with 0.47 seconds. Wow. That's something the Knicks need going into the fourth quarter. Hopefully it's a change of fortune. And it stinks because his high level of action, of good basketball play, comes with 3 minutes left in the quarter. So we had to eat 8 minutes of garbage from the starting unit and get excited for 3 minutes, man. And he hits. So he completes the 3-point play. They'll inbound the ball here, and that will do for the third quarter. At the end of third, Knicks trail 71-64 to the lonely Detroit Pistons. Ooh, wait. And let's get some stats. I like to hit some stats. I like the stats as we go in the fourth quarter. And let's see. Hopefully, I get some stats going here. Load it up for me, guys. And here we go. The Knicks, they're 22 out of 64 from the field. That's 34.9%. They gave up 30 points in that third quarter and only scored 16 points themselves. My God. Yeah, they're lucky this is an actual close game than it is. You can't win when you score only 16 points and you give up 30 in any quarter. Remember, I was talking about one possession, one quarter, one half at a time, and they have to really win this fourth quarter. If not, they're not going to win the game. It's obvious, Captain Obvious. Detroit, 28 out of 65. That's 43.1% from the field. The 3 points, Knicks are 2 out of 23. They're atrocious from 3-point land tonight, 13%. Detroit got better. 11 out of 28, 39.3%. The Knicks are 7, but this is what keeps them close. They're 17 out of 19. Remember last night they were terrible from the free throw line and pretty decent from 3-point land. This time it's reversal. They're 17 out of 19 from the free throw line. It's 4 or 6 for Detroit. They're out rebounding the Pistons, 41 to 33, 11 to 5 on the offensive board. You can see the Knicks have the height advantage here. Exploit it. Go ahead. There's no rim protection. Knicks 11 assists to Detroit 17 assists. Detroit actually has 8 steals to New York 6. Detroit actually has 4 blocks to New York's 3. Turnovers. New York has 14. Detroit has 12. The Knicks have 36 points in the paint to Detroit's 26. They have to continue the scoring at will in the paint, get good things going. Let's see how long Thibodeau stays with the second unit, the Rat Pack out on the floor. And it'll be interesting to see how much he's going to mention if he's going to miss and match. And it says, as you mentioned, their shooting is horrific. It'll change in the fourth quarter. Let's see. Let's see if Detroit gets cold here. Let's see. I'm thinking Detroit will go cold here in the fourth quarter. I think the Knicks are going to pull away with this victory. I think they'll win by 6 tonight. I think Detroit is not going to. They're not going to score 30 points. I think they'll score 17 points in this quarter coming up. As Quickly brings the ball up here. Knicks have that possession. Here's Quickly driving in the paint. He's going to kick out to McBride. McBride driving in there in the circle. Deuce McBride dancing. McBride 5 on the shot clock to Burks. Burks is going to have to put this up. Burks putting up to the paint, and he scores. So they're going at will to the basket. Continue going to the hole there. Good job there by New York. As they get back on defense, Toppin on the floor here. He's got Bay. Bay's been the high man. And good job by McBride coming up with the steal. Here's Quickly in transition. Quickly driving. Quickly puts it up. And they score. No foul call. 68-71. Knicks just like that. 4-point game. With 11 minutes and 10 seconds left, So good job there by New York. The Rat Pack putting some pressure. Here's McBride. McBride doing good things on the floor here. Passes to Diallo. Back to the other Diallo. Diallo spins. Good job by Taj Gibson denying the penetration there. Here's Gibson comes up with a steal. Back to McBride. Knicks playing well on the defense. Gibson with a steal. McBride. So the Knicks putting it together on defense, doing a much better effort. The bench. And here's quickly driving. Quickly. Passes to the Toppin, passes to McBride. McBride to Burks. Burks rises for three. It's good. And we're all even, folks. Just like that. The second unit Rat Pack. Yes, indeed. You, Randle, sit your ass down. Rob J. Barrett, sit your butt down. Sit all the starters. I don't want to see them. Sit them down. Continue with my Rat Pack. They need to continue playing because the starters are pathetic. So pathetic. Oh, man. I am so excited that we tied this game up, as I don't know what happened. It froze. They froze right in that three-pointer. Oh, baby. Timeout on the floor. Yes, indeed. That's what it's all about. Defense leading into the good offense. Let me see if my stream froze for a minute. Oh, man. That's a good job by the New York Knicks. Second unit coming up big here tonight. Woo. So hopefully this is a good signs of fortune going forward. The starters should only get garbage minutes tonight. Hey, Kelvin. Yes, but also I don't want my Rat Pack to get fatigued. And this is Toppin is fresh. Quickly is coming back from COVID issues, and I'm not putting excuses. Me personally, I said I don't want to see the starting unit on tonight. I wanted them to sit there rear end and see you in OKC. Take the night off. Purple, what's up? What is up? Purple Fire 117. Welcome to the Jedi Network. Salute, my friend. If you haven't subscribed and join the Jedi family. Salute. We are tied here, all at 71. The second unit. Let's go, Rat Pack. Yes, indeed. Let's all salute Purple Fire 117 in the building. So salute. Welcome to the program. They can rest tomorrow. Hey, Kelvin, you know what? Hey, I'm all right with that too. As the stream having a little technical difficulties. The stream. They're still in a commercial though. Oh man, they could rest tomorrow as they get ready to come back from the timeout. Yes, indeed. And of course, everyone, always the chat. Also, I love it. It's a family. That's why I say welcome to the Jedi Sports Network family, because everyone treats everyone here like family and everyone salutes and welcome aboard. Subscribe and join us. And we definitely appreciate seeing you here. And it just started back. So you see the good job by the Knicks, man. This second unit is to me, it's the exciting part of the game. What I look forward to here as they bring the ball up here. McBride, his energy on the court. No sign of fatigue so far. Missed a couple games with the COVID. Toppin on the floor. Engaged. Look at them. They're engaged in defense. You could see them. Obi Toppin with the steal. He uses the force with the steal. Toppin comes in, and they're going to call a loose ball foul here to stop the transition. So right now, Detroit is reeling. They keep the same group on the floor, and they're going to be fatigued. It took them a lot of energy to build this lead, and now you bring a fast-paced second unit who's quick. I don't think they can handle it. Here's McBride. McBride dancing. McBride still keeps the ball. Back to Burks. Burks, 12 on the shot clock. Burks now has Garza. Passes to Toppin. Toppin back to McBride. McBride rises for three. It's off the mark. Rebound. Ooh, Todd Gibson had a hand on it. Good job by Garza sticking and getting that rebound as Detroit brings the ball up. Gerald, salute Gerald. Here's the pass on Diallo. Diallo driving, kicks, thought about the three. Good job by Burks, but he's still going to rise in through the three. Misses, rebound, Gibson. Let's go. Here we go. We're all tied here at 71. Knicks trying to take the lead here in this possession. Here's quickly. Back to Gibson. Gibson, there's a zone. Back to Burks. Burks keeps the dribble. Burks still keeps the dribble. 8 on the shot clock. Burks in the paint. Obi Toppin, slamming, jamming. Obi Toppin, yes, indeed. 73-71. Knicks take the lead on an Obi Toppin dunk. Give Alec Burks an assist there. 73-71. Oh, baby. Burks with the defense. Here comes Burks with the steal and a foul. You know what that's called? Oh, baby. That is called. What is that called that the Knicks just played? Let me see. Who could give me who could tell me what the Knicks just did out there? Yes, indeed. That was a little defense. It was defense. Defense. Whew. As they're going to check for a clear path foul. And Dan in the building. Chef Dan in the building. Chef Dan. Whenever, if you're not work, if you're not, come on back to the stage. You know you got the keys to the stream. You know you have it, Gerald. I want to salute to Gerald. First time I see you, Gerard. Excuse me, Gerard. That's it. It's time for the Rat Pack to become the starting five. Randle needs to come off the bench. Knicks fans had enough. Gerard, we agree with you. And Melvin, Red Auerbach started defense name of the game. And the Knicks have a lead here. So we'll check if it's a clear path foul here. Knicks up 73-71. So that kind of helps the Detroit Pistons checking for that clear path foul because it gives them a breather because they were sucking wind. It took a lot of energy for them to score 30 points against the Knicks. And right now the Knicks are suffocating defense and running and gunning on transition, scoring at will on offense. And you see the Detroit Pistons sucking wind there. And that little timeout helped them. And it is a clear path foul here as Burks hits the free throw. 74-71. Knicks up by 3 now. And the defense leading the offense. Indeed, CB. And he hits a pair of free throws here. Knicks will have possession of the ball. The Rat Pack is on fire. Indeed. As Quickly will inbound the ball here. Quickly. Finding Gibson here. Back to Quickly here. Wait, 8:45 here in the fourth quarter. As Quickly double team backs to Gibson. Gibson and McBride at Burks. Burks rises for 3. It's good. Alec Burks from downtown. 78-71. Knicks up by 7. As wow, what a turnaround here. Here's a bounce pass. And here's a kick out for 3. And misses. Detroit going cold. Fight for the loose ball. Detroit comes up with that loose ball. Here's a drive. Kicks it back out to Garza. They're going to reset. Here's a drive in the paint. Passes. He drives in. And good job. Knicks playing some good defense. Gibson saves the ball. And what they're calling here. Hold on. There's a loose ball situation. Brandon. Salute, Brandon. Salute. It's good to see you. It's good to see you, my friend. And let's see what Ron and as they call, did they call a foul or they call a block? Is this team is playing? At least he's going with Obi. Indeed, Burks is money. Brandon, salute to Brandon. The defense is swarming as they inbound the ball here. Bay off the curl, and he hits the 3. He had a little daylight, and he good shooter's touch there. So a 4-point game here. Season high 6 3-pointers made for Sadiq Bey for the Pistons tonight. So he's having a happy viewing moment against the Knicks. Here's Quickly. Quickly stops on the dime. Quickly keeps his dribble. Double team. Passes to Toppin, driving. Toppin going to the basket with some moves. And he's going to go to the free throw line. Nice job by Obi Toppin attacking the glass. So what's going on, bro? This bench absolutely unreal. The starters definitely have a chemistry problem. I can see the energy, the negative energy literally flowing through the ball with the starters. So Brandon putting in a good call. I wanted to read it, make sure that I got that for you there. Defense is swarming right now. And he says he had a feeling that we will be back in this one once the bench came in. So Toppin will go to the free throw line, and he misses the first. He almost had a gratuitous bounce there. There's another free throw coming up. So Knicks trying to extend their lead here. 79-74. I don't think they're in a bonus yet. CB, I'll find out in a moment. As Detroit will inbound the ball here. I think it's only 3 team fouls, CB. And here's Sadiq rising for 3, trying to hit his 7th in a row. But good job by McBride coming up with that rebound, keeping it out of Garza's hand. as quickly will bring the ball up. Knicks up by 5 here. IQ off the screen, rises for 3. It's good. Emmanuel quickly, the Knicks 82-74 with 7:10. Yes, indeed. As Kemba Walker playing the Theo Pinson role tonight. As here's a drive, bounce pass and misses. Garza comes up with it. McBride with the block, and they're going to call a foul. Ooh, McBride playing some defense there. Wow, the shortest man on the court with the long arms trying to deny Luka Garza. They call a foul. Let's see if Thibodeau would like to challenge it. I would like to see a replay on that. But nevertheless, he will go to the line here. Luka Garza. And ball don't lie. He misses the first. I just hope the Rat Pack doesn't run out of gas. And, Detroit, 4-7 from the free throw line. Garza will have another free throw coming up. Knicks up 82-74. And he goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. So 82-75 here with 6:52 left in the game. As quickly we'll bring the ball up here. Emmanuel quickly checking. Gibson coming for a screen. Quickly curls for 3. It's off the mark. Rebound by Detroit. Here's Diallo. Diallo strong to the basket. Good job by the Knicks swarming D. Obi Toppin comes up with the defense. So Knicks going straight up with their arms, not fouling, not moving. Here's Toppin going coast to coast. Toppin. Good job by Toppin, but God Gibson missed that rebound. So good, nice to see Toppin getting aggressive to the basket. And don't you dare pick up Randle. Let him out there and play. Here's a shot, misses, loose ball. Garza comes up with it. He throws it up, and they're gonna call a turnover, loose ball foul. Garza not happy with it. He thought he was pushed. Maybe you might Melvin. The only one I want to bring from the bench is a Mitchell Robinson, but Taj is out there battling, and he's claiming that quickly pushed off. And Wayne Hazley having a fit in the sideline as the Knicks will bring it up here with 6 minutes exactly. Knicks up 82-75 as Burks dancing, driving, bounce pass, stolen by Diallo, and here comes Detroit turnover. So here's Hamidou Diallo trying to back in. He wants to play 2-man game with Diallo, but he waves him off. Diallo passes it to Walton Jr. Jr. shoots, misses. Obi Toppin comes up with the rebound. He outlets to Grime to McBride, and there's a timeout on the floor. I wanted to see it, though someone was hurt. So we have a timeout. Here's the timeout. Let's see who he comes back out on this timeout. It'll be interesting. This is to me, it's going to be the most interesting timeout after the timeout. Who comes out on the floor? They're all good. They've been itching to play because of the protocol. And time to make rich. That's the only change I might do, Melvin. I'll keep everyone on the floor and possibly bring in Mitchell Robinson, and then I'll watch to see whoever you see fatigue. Then I might bring a Quentin Grimes. Be honest with you, I don't want to see Randle come back in his game. Unless they all totally go cold. And it's 5 minutes, 11 seconds in the fourth quarter left. Plenty of time for Pistons to actually make a run. There's a lot of time here. 5-11, although I think the Pistons are running out of gas. It took a lot of them to score 30 points in that third quarter. They hit some shots, and with this team playing the way they've been playing, suffocating defense, going all out, it might be a lot for the Pistons, a lot energy-wise. They might be fatigued, but we shall see, But you got to keep the guys fresh. Rotating. Maybe they need to play an opposite game. If you do bring Randle, you give Randle 2 mistakes. He makes 2 mistakes either on defense or on offense. Then when your next opportunity you could sub, you're gonna have to. It might not be a popular opinion. You don't do that to your ace, your number one guy, but this is the Pistons. You got to try to win games. You're here. This is a result-driven league, and you have to have results. And if you're the head coach, especially Thibodeau, this might be his last opportunity as a head coach. And he's gotta have to. I'm sorry, he's gonna have to have a short leash. If he's not available, you got to. You're in the business of wins, and you got to do what's best for the team right now. And we'll figure out Randle. You had plenty of games to figure it out. You had over 30 plus games to try to figure it out here. And I'm still thinking without Randle, they don't make the playoffs. Don't get me wrong. But for this game right now, situation wise, you have to go with what's you see on the floor. And the team plays better with the second unit. So you have to continue to play well and continue to play, go with the hot hand. As we coming back from this timeout, that suffocating defense. So 5 minutes here, 5:32 actually. It's 5:32. I did say 5 something earlier. The ticker on the bottom says different too because I'm 30 seconds behind as they inbound to Burks. Burks loses the handle. Here's a transition for Detroit. And good job by the Knicks. Bay, good job by Gibson coming up with a big defensive stop. Turnover. Defense. Todd Gibson. Indeed. So interesting. Thibodeau did not switch Mitchell Robinson, kept Gibson out there, and the block party continues. Yes, indeed. And everybody, the Rat Pack still intact. So, wow, Thibodeau must have heard our stream. His ears must have been ringing. Here comes Quickly directing traffic. Emmanuel Quickly calling out a play. Here comes Quickly again, driving, and is going to call a foul on the floor. 75-82 with exactly 5:01 left here. And I don't know what's the call. And a technical foul or illegal defense as Quickly will attempt a free throw here with 5:01. Oh, he hits it. So Knicks up. I thought he missed that one. So 83-75. They'll inbound the ball here with 5:01. Burks will be the inbounder. Knicks trying to put this game away with the second unit. And Gibson back to Burks with 4:59 as the Rangers take a 2-1 lead on the Florida Panthers in the third period. And Burks shoots and scores for those who love the hockey, and the Devils up 4-2 on the Buffalo Sabres. As Detroit trying to call a play there, they look stagnant. They can't trying to penetrate this Knicks rotating defense. They're rotating well. Here's a drive, 4 on the shot clock. Bay's gonna have to put it up 2. He's gonna have to put up the 3. Not a good shot. And was he bailed out by Toppin? And they call a whistle. Oh, bad call there. Toppin bailed out Sadiq Bey. And he's trying to plead his case. That's the more animated that I've seen Obi Toppin get. Toppin try to get out of the shooter's way. Ooh, that contact was not. He did not touch he allowed him to land, and he's shooting. And of course, and let's see if Thibodeau calls a timeout to challenge that. Let's see. This is going to be a big play, and I think Thibodeau is challenging. Yes, indeed. All right, Tom Thibodeau is going to challenge the call. Indeed, he allowed the shooter. That foul is to not get in the personal space of the shooter, and if the shooter doesn't have a safe landing spot, then it's a foul. Obi Toppin tried to do as much as possible to avoid and not getting in the way, and Thibodeau got his back. I mean, not for nothing, I think the fan base was ready to lynch Tom Thibodeau. Tonight, if Toppin didn't play more games, and he's got his back here challenging this, and it's good to see Coach and the young man, and he did not get in his way. He did a good job to avoid the contact. He jumped in the air, and he probably got something right here, and he did not touch the shooter, and he got out of the way, allow him to come down safely. And let's take a look. He jumped in the air. He sees that, and then he backs away. He's taking a conscious look of where he's landing. In air, by the way. And you saw the Bay extend his leg out, drawing the foul, which Also, that's an offensive foul on the rule. And good job there. Let's see what the refs call. Let's see what Secaucus and actually he kicked the leg. He tried to do the sweep. Somebody's watching Cobra Cry there, trying to sweep the leg. Get out. So sweep the leg, Johnny. Let's see if it works. It'll be interesting as the headsets come off. Let's see. And they're speaking about this. I think the Knicks win this challenge. I have a good feeling. So let's see this here. I'm sorry, guys, write stuff in the chat. I forgot about. I got so emotional with the call and so happy that Thibodeau's back in Obi Toppin here, letting him play, getting the challenge calls. Let's see. So Knicks win the challenge. No call. Good job. All right. Thibodeau backing Obi Toppin uses the force there, the Jedi force, the Jedi mind trick. That was not a foul. Yes, indeed. So Toppin uses the Obi-Wan trick. It wasn't a foul. Yes, indeed. So there it is. So now you got to win the tap. As they're going to inbound, they're going to do the jump ball here. Toppin. And, well, he loses the tip, though. He lost that Detroit possession, but no foul call. I love it. I like the Thibodeau trusting his players and on the floor, and Obi Toppin showing some animation there as Toppin now has to play some Dion Bay. So Bay passes it. Swing to Diallo. Diallo in the paint. Todd Gibson there to meet, but Diallo just got it off the fingertips of Todd Gibson. They score 77-85 here with 3 minutes and 55 seconds left in the game. Diallo with 28 points, 12 rebounds, 13 out of 19, but he has 5 fouls. So if you're the Knicks, salute Mike Ortiz in the building. You're missing a roller coaster game. We'll explain that in a moment. And here's Burks driving. Burks puts the wild shot up. No call. Not a good possession there for Burks. Here's Diallo. Diallo's driving. Diallo, good job by McBride, and they're going to call a foul on McBride. Wow, no foul on Burks, and there was a lot of contact there. And then this play going the other way. Ugh. So Diallo looks like he's going to the free throw line here. Knicks up 85-77. Mike Ortiz came in a little late. Someone want to bring him up to speed of the roller coaster ride. And he misses the free throw. Ball don't lie. 85-77. The Knicks starters play atrocious. Allow the Pistons to take a double-digit lead. The bench came in late in the third quarter and playing all the way now and giving the Knicks a lead. And they're playing with suffocating defense and scoring and playing really good, the young kids. Here's McBride bringing the ball up. 85-78 here. So Knicks are up with 3 minutes, 15 seconds left in the game. Here's Burks. Here's actually quickly shoots the three and one and done. The Knicks got to continue to go to the paint. They were doing really good earlier. Maybe it's the time, a little bit of fatigue. Here's Diallo coming strong, and Gibson calls for a foul. So 3 minutes and 4 seconds here. Now, do the Knicks have enough left in the tank here to close this out as Diallo's trying to hit a second win and going strong to the basket? $85-78 with 3:04 here as Halou Diallo is going to shoot. Hits the first free throw. Knicks up by 6 here. Substitution. Obi Toppin comes off. Or is he going to call a timeout? No, it looks like it's a timeout, guys. So it's a timeout. My apologies. I thought it was a substitution, usually within the second free throw. So timeout on the floor. 85-79. Knicks trying to complete this fourth quarter onslaught to take this game away from the Pistons and win back-to-back nights and actually 3-game winning streak. They're trying to go for a 3-game winning streak, back-to-back nights. Let's see. I wonder who's the leading scorer for the Knicks right now. Let's take a look. And right now it's Manuel. Actually, no, Alec Burks with 27 points here is the New York Knicks leading scorer tonight. So Burks, leading scorer for the Knicks tonight. Let's see so far what we have here. Knicks are shooting 6 out of 29 from 3-point land. They're 29 out of 76 from the field. The Knicks 21 and 8 in this quarter right now. So they're holding the Pistons to only 8 points in this quarter. 21 to 8 right now. Baby steps. Like I said, baby steps. Win one possession, one quarter, one half, and those are exactly what you need to do. And right now, we're gonna continue putting the pressure and winning these baby steps with this quarter as he hits the free throw here. So 85-80, 5-point game here with exactly 3 minutes to go here before the game comes to conclusion as McBride calling out a play. McBride keeps his dribble. Burks with 240, 250. Burks calling another play out here to Manuel quickly in the curl. Quickly, still has it. Still driving. Quickly puts up the shot. Loose ball. Rips him with the rebound. Burks wide open for 3. And it's good. Alec Burks with 30 points right now. 88-80 with 2:33 here left in the game. Ooh, 30 points for Alec Burks. Indeed, on fire with the money. As the Knicks Toppin still on the floor. Good to see as Diallo backs in, kicks out to Garza. Garza from mid-range, misses. Fight for the rebound. Good job. Both guards coming down on the rebound. Diallo had words for McBride. Didn't like the way he was boxed out. With 2 minutes and 5 seconds here to close out this game. Can the Knicks close out with an 8-point lead on the road here? Here's quickly driving. Stops back to Toppin driving into the paint, driving. He loses the ball to Burks. Burks fires the 3. It's good. 33 points for Alec Burks and a foul. Woo! Burks to the rescue. Indeed. The most unappreciative Knick of the roster. The guy they asked to do anything, come off the bench, start as a star, play out of position, be a microwave, non-stop, constant pro. Alec Burks on fire tonight. 33 points, searching for his 34th to give the Knicks a 12-point lead here with 1 minute and 52 seconds. As Burks hits the free throw, completes the 4-point play as Diallo fouls out. So Alec Burks in the nick of time gets on fire here as 1 minute and 48 seconds. Career high 34 points for Alec Burks as the Knicks look fully energized there on defense. Here's Burks playing and quickly comes up with the steal. The Knicks defense coming alive here in the fourth quarter to close out this game. Yes, indeed. The Rat Pack. Stand up, Rat Pack. This is your game. Game ball goes to Burks and the Rat Pack. Indeed. Salute. Absolutely. Here's a pass to Burks again for 3. He misses. Obi Toppin almost came in flying in. Good box out. So 1 minute and 15 seconds here. Pistons is going to need to score in a hurry. Here's Garza. Garza's going to shoot. Garza misses. Rebound Burks. So the Knicks could take some time off the clock. Mr. Alec Burks, Mr. Fourth Quarter, reverting to what he was last season for the New York Knicks. And it all starts because of the zone. When plays and Burks, one of the reasons why they won a lot of games, he was Mr. Fourth Quarter, was he knew how to penetrate and get hot on the zone. As quickly shoots, he aimed that shot. 92-80, Knicks still got to play some defense here. 42 seconds, although here's Sadiq Bey rising, and there was a foul. So Obi hit him on his way up on the arm. So they'll encourage Toppin to keep playing, keep going. 40 seconds. So Sadiq Bey with 27 points, 9 rebounds, 6 of 12 from 3-point land, 50%. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws as he hits the first one. Rangers and Panthers, Florida Panthers, NHL, all even at 2 with 10:40 in the third period. And trade the whole starting lineup. Big task. And the Rat Pack, yes, indeed. Oh, you didn't know? They win, and he hits all three free throws. So 92-83 with 40.4 seconds here. Knicks just got to be careful, hold the ball, hit some free throws. It looks like they're going to. Oh, good job there by Detroit trying to. And good job by McBride. But, oh, he turns the ball over. Here comes Bay. And good job by Burks wrapping up, not allowing to score. He'll make him hit some free throws. Not a bad foul here with 30 seconds here. Pretty much almost over. 92-83. This is just going to be cosmetics points for Detroit. So Detroit has two players on 30 points a game since 2019. Hits the first free throw, 84-82. From Kennard and Drummond for Detroit. As he hits a pair of free throws, 92-85 with 30 seconds left. So the Rat Pack going to inbound the ball here. Back to McBride. McBride back to Toppin. Toppin's going to eat some clock. Smart job there. 24 seconds as Toppin gets fouled. So free throws for Obi Toppin. And Frank Scott says McBride is a plus 41 on the floor. Good job, Frank Scott. Thank you for that positive note. Z, no problem. And the key is underneath the mat where I always put it for you to come on the stream if you want to give us the last few takes or say hello to the folks in the chat as he hits the first free throw here, extend to a 93-85. Nobody from the starting unit played the fourth quarter whatsoever. I love it. As Toppin hits a pair of free throws, 94-85, 9-point game here with 21 seconds here. They need to chuck some threes, and he goes the first three shot, misses, air ball, rebound Todd Gibson. Gibson keeps the rebound to Gibson to McBride. McBride, 11 seconds. McBride is going to dribble this, passes it quickly. They're going to let this clock run out. 5 seconds on the clock, 3 seconds, and the Knicks win, folks. The second unit, congratulations to the Rat Pack. The second unit, Emmanuel Quickly, Obi Toppin, Todd Gibson, Alec Burks career high, 34 points. And Obi Toppin, phenomenal game to the rescue. Made us sweat. It made us get agita with Thibodeau, especially that third quarter of doom. It was disgusting, only scoring 15 points. The starting unit, there is a problem, and it's not a Kemba Walker issue, guys. It's not a Kemba Walker issue. It's and I hate to say it starts with Randle. RJ Barrett played really well. And although that third quarter, again, turning the ball over, letting teams come back, and Pistons were shorthanded, and it took our bench. Think about it. A shorthanded team that missing players, G leaguers, so forth. It took our bench to bail us out. Although it doesn't matter, a win is a win is a win, no matter where you look at it. If you look at it, in June when everyone's on the beach, chilling, relaxing, and I remember that game against the Detroit Pistons, the Knicks won. Nobody's gonna remember exactly the full details. They know just the Knicks won. It's gonna go down as a win, right? So thanks for the Rat Pack for coming out and winning that game. As a win is a win, And he says here, we will be better through subtraction. You're right. And that's exactly my mantra. You are better with subtraction. The Knicks played really well. Let me get the stats. And we'll go over the stats here. The final stats here. The Knicks win 94-85. The Knicks, they shot 31 out of 81 from the field, and that's 38.3%. Holding Detroit to 30 out of 80, that's 37.5% from the field. They shot 8 out of 32, 25% from three-point land. Holding Detroit 13 out of 34, 35.3. 89% from the free throw line, 24 out of 27. Much improved for the Knicks from the free throw line. Remember, they were atrocious yesterday from the free throw line. Holding Detroit 13 out of 17 from the free throw line. 48 rebounds for the Knicks. They out rebound 48 to 43. 11 to 8 on the offensive glass. 19 assists for Detroit, 18 for New York. Both teams had 5 blocks apiece. Both teams had 11 steals. Knicks turned the ball over 16 times. Detroit 17. but the Knicks scored 44 points in the paint. They went whenever they wanted to go in the paint and score at ease. They had the paint was available for them and allowed 28 points for the Detroit Pistons. The Knicks last tonight, of course. We all know who led the Knicks. 34 points in 27 minutes for Alec Burks. Z in for a moment. Salute, Z.
Hey, how's it going? How's it going, chat? Sorry I missed the game. I had the Milo's basketball game. That's more important, but glad to see we got a good win.
All right. And let me keep followed by Emmanuel quickly, 35 points, 35 minutes, 18 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound, 15 points for RJ Barrett in 25 minutes of action, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. Mitchell Robinson played only 20 minutes, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. You had Julius Randle, 26 minutes, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 points. RJ, and I said RJ. I said Kemba Walker played only 20 minutes, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. That's okay. Quentin Grimes only 13 minutes, no points, 1 rebound. Didn't have his shooting touch tonight, but I think he still played very well on defense, in my opinion. Didn't see any action neither in the second half. Early in the second half, he pulled them. Todd Gibson, of course, 28 minutes, 4 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, but a couple steals. Getting in the passing lane, being a total pest, disruptive. What Todd Gibson do? That's what a Gibson does. And you have Deuce McBride, 25 minutes of action. He didn't get on the scoring board, but he had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, but steals, getting in the passing lane. What you want from a defender, and he closed out the game with the team, Z.
Yeah, from what I saw, like from what I was reading in the chat, paying attention, apparently Tibbs let the young guys rock. Julius Randle under 30 minutes. That's good. They let everybody rock, and they won a game. How did Obi Toppin do?
Obi Toppin, he played tonight, 22 minutes. He closed out the four. He played the whole fourth quarter, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Very active. He allowed him to make a couple mistakes, but Thibodeau. I love the fact that Thibodeau got his back. There was a call that he was called for a 3-pointer a foul. Didn't allow the shooter to land. And Obi Toppin did as much as he can in midair to try to avoid the shooter from landing. And the shooter kicked the leg out, tried to sweep it. And Thibodeau trust Toppin. Toppin was actually animated with the refs a little bit, not to the point to a technical foul, but usually Toppin usually quiet, lowers his head down and preserved. And he actually, disagreed with the call. And Thibodeau challenged. And he won the challenge. And saved and got Obi confidence. That's also a confidence builder. Coach got my back, and he rewarded him and let him play the whole fourth quarter. And Toppin did a good job. He didn't embarrass himself, and he played well.
And it's a building block. It's a building block for future games. And we now see that Tibbs was able to actually let it happen. And we had a positive outcome, albeit against the Detroit Pistons. But we had our young guys in, so. Our young guys, in theory, would be just as bad as Detroit if they played a whole year playing those big minutes, didn't have veteran leadership, the whole 9. So that they won that game. That's a building block for Tibbs and the off. Now he has more trust in Obi. Didn't I tell you this last stream we were on that I said eventually Obi's time's going to come. He's going to get more minutes and he's going to have a chance to prove himself, and he did tonight.
Right, and of course this was it wasn't a pretty game. For me, I thought it was one of the most exciting games for our second unit, our rack pack.
Right.
But this was the worst minus game of the season for the starters, guys.
Yep.
Julius Randle, minus 137.
Kemba Walker. 137?
137.
137 points.
Yes. Kemba Walker.
How? Detroit didn't even score 137 points.
Right. Let me give you the whole, because you're going to stay there like, what? And I just saw this from StatMuse. So I got these numbers. 137 for Julius Randle, minus 109 for Kemba Walker, minus 95 for RJ Barrett, minus 95. Well, Evan Fournier didn't play for the season. Sorry, guys. I misread it.
No way.
For the whole season, not for the game, for the season. Minus 195 for the starters, minus 195, minus 95 for Evan Fournier, minus 52 for Mitchell Robinson. That's for the season, guys. That's including tonight's game. That's what I
understand now.
Yes.
That's still mind-blowing.
That is still mind-blowing. That's for the starters in the regular season. The whole season until this game tonight. That's where it was. Agent Super Argo, salute my man in the building. The agent doing his thing. What's going on? Missed the entire game working, guys, but I'm supporting you guys. Thank you, agent. You missed a good game from the Rat Pack. Phenomenal game, but the starters, you would have been throwing up all over the place because I know how you. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Salute, agent.
Tibbs has to be given 25 minutes on a regular. Give this bench more confidence, build confidence. Yes, but also I think he doesn't want to expose the bench too soon.
Well, that and you can't like a rotation's fluid. Like you have an idea of how many minutes you want to give someone, but it changes from game to game. If you start to commit to giving a certain amount of minutes to somebody every night, you end up in the situation we are in with Julius Randle. Whether he's struggling or not, you still just try to give him 36 minutes a game, and you end up leaving him out there too long. And with Obi, if you limit him to 25 minutes, then you end up leaving him too long. You also can end up not leaving him in enough. And it's just you just got to go with the feel and who was playing well like they did tonight.
Right. I actually got the plus minus. Randall was a -5.
Which still isn't good against the Detroit Pistons.
No, let me get this better. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Minus 30, 27. See, I'm reading the stats a little wrong. Minus 20, 27, minus 22 for Mitchell Robinson. Kemba Walker was a minus 21. RJ Barrett was a minus 29 and a minus 17 for Quentin Grimes on the floor. Now, here's the big euphoria. Obi Toppin plus 36. Josh Gibson plus 31. Plus 39 for McBride. Alec Burks plus 28 and plus 27 for Emmanuel Quickly. Wow.
Yeah, and keep in mind for Quentin Grimes, he had the lowest minus in that starting unit. If you're playing with those starters, he could end up having a great game, but his minus is down just because the rest of the starters are in there. So that's not really on Grimes or one player individually. It's just they all played bad, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And Grimes didn't have he missed a lot of open threes in transition. He missed some threes and from time to time.
But he competed.
But he competed on the defensive end. He moved. Right. He competed. I kind of actually, be honest with you, in a starting lineup, at times I do like when Barrett and Grimes both on the floor. I know it's kind of almost the same type of player, or the role for Grimes to be a spot up shooter suits him, and I like Barrett being more of the aggressor going to the paint. Like and if there is in a world that, let's say Fournier no longer on the team or he gets COVID, I like those two on the floor. I think it could work because I think you give Barrett now the Pepe Le Pew role to go and attack and win it. Let's bring in Chef Dan. I haven't heard Chef Dan in a while. Chef Dan, salute.
Salute to you guys. How y'all doing, man?
I'm doing well, man. I hope work was good. I hope you're doing good, my friend. And we've been thinking about you on the watch alongs. Always saluting you like always.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, like I said, I gave my 2 weeks notice for this place. I'm trying to leave this place, so I'm just trying to make it through the last couple of days.
That's it. That's all we could do. 2022, fresh start, and always excelling to excellence. So talk to me. Did you hear the play-by-play on the radio, or did you get to watch? Talk to us. Kevin Durant. Salute.
Kevin Durant thinking about coming to the Knicks.
I listened and watched some of this game. My God. Okay. Should I start with the negatives or the positives first?
It depends how you want to cook it up.
All right, you know what? In order to really cook something good, you got to shed the negative first. So let's get the negative out the way. The starting unit played so stupid tonight. It was so dumb. And like you build this great lead attacking the paint. So then they, credit to Detroit's defense, they played, full court pressure all through the third quarter, right? And they they started giving them a high 2-3 zone, double teaming the point of attack. I don't know how there should be a drop of basketball IQ between the starting unit and the bench unit, that the bench unit simply knew to pass out of the double team and know that someone's going to be open. If they double team, someone's going to be open.
Simple math, Chef Dan. Simple math.
It's simple math. And it was and for some odd reason, right? it seemed like Detroit's plan of attack was it's smart, you know, they were attacking the paint, so let's just stop the point of attack. But by doing so, you kind of leave yourself, you know, open in the back door, which was what Obi was taking advantage of, which was what Alec Burks was taking advantage of. The starting unit was truly taking advantage of. And so Taj Gibson was taking advantage of. So like this was just a crap show by the starting unit completely. That third that third that third quarter of doom didn't even need to be a third quarter of doom. You just had to play unselfish ball and have to have the right basketball IQ. And it was simple as day. As soon as the bench unit came in, they did exactly that. The first possession, Detroit tried the same thing. We're gonna do the high pick and roll, and then they stopped doing it right on Emmanuel quickly. And soon as Emmanuel quickly saw that, he said, "You know what? I'm gonna pull up for a three." He pulled up for a three, got the three, and then right after that, their defense was in disarray, and then Alec Burks started attacking that defense that was in disarray. All of this is it simple, makes sense, but these guys don't know how to do that. The starting unit played horribly. This was just a bad showing by the starting unit.
And you
But
know,
credit to the bench unit. The young guys, they played great tonight. They saved our hide completely tonight, and they're the reason why we're one game closer to 500.
and
If it wasn't for them, even Alec Burks, granted he's not a younger person, but the Rat Pack, they saved us completely because you see it. Even though Miles McBride didn't score at all, he was a force on the defensive end. They needed to play defense in the starting unit. They did not play defense. Guys are being left on open completely. It was just credit to the starting unit. They saved our bacon completely.
the thing is, when like let's take Randall for example. If you're the best player on the team, which he is, and you want to you force a double team, like if you cause a double team, um, yeah, Calvin, I like that comment a lot. The Rat Pack brought the cheese, but when you like, for example, take Melo in his prime, LeBron, the Allen Iverson, all these guys that were great isolation scorers. Okay, they were smart enough to see the play 3 or 4 steps ahead and see what's going to happen next and after that before it even happens. Julius Randle can't do that. He sees the double team way too late, and that's what causes those turnovers. If that makes sense, like you could ask LeBron and them, they'll see a play, the next play happening, what's going to happen before this play's even over. You have to have that basketball IQ if you want to be the top dog on the team, and it ripples throughout the rest of the starting lineup. Because you see Kemba Walker and you see other guys that can play with the Rat Pack and be effective, like Mitchell, all these guys. It starts with your best player. If you're not seeing, if you're or your facilitator, if you're not seeing the play 3 to 5 steps ahead, it's going to be detrimental to the rest of your team. And that's why the first unit you see slow play, slow pace. You don't see a whole lot of good assists or good passing or good movement. You don't see a lot of direction of men, leadership. You don't see a lot of, and you see a lot of turnovers. And that's the main reason as to why that happens.
Oof.
So then give us your good. All right, or unless you still have to elaborate on
No, we're
what
good.
you saw the bad there. Because one thing about the zone when it and you see a lot of teams, they want to take a conscious effort of putting two defenders immediately on Kemba Walker, get the ball out of his hand up high, up high on the timeline, and they want to it seems like teams want Julius to have the ball, and
Yep.
they're trusting either their small forward or their guard to try to knock the ball away from Randall. That's what it looks like. And I think that's the scouting report. And they're going to see a lot of they're going to see a lot of zone going forward. The next starting including tonight, the next 12 out of 13 games are teams under 500 struggling. This is the soft part if you want to say the schedule, and they're going to see a lot of zone going forward.
Yeah, and that's the perfect way to beat these guys, because you can do a zone as long as you're quick and fast and can break down, or you can recover and help on open shooters or open cutters. That way you can have a quasi double team at all times on Julius Randle, and you can have that guard come over and try to steal the ball. You can have the big there for help. And if you don't see the play effect in a zone, you have to see ahead, and you have to pass and be quick and pass and cut and shoot and be ready to shoot, break the defense down. And all right, there's a recipe to destroy Julius Randle in the starting lineup.
Um, I know we're talking about Julius Randle, but another thing, you know, uh, I want to, with giving credit to Thibodeau for finally getting the bench unit, getting the Rat Pack to close out a game because they did so well. I have to also place a little blame on Thibodeau for the beginning of the game. That first quarter was horrendous, and the way he kept trying to force the three ball. There were plenty of times where I believe there was one possession where I believe we got 2 to 3 offensive rebounds, and he kept trying to force a three ball because it was on the Knicks side of the bench. Like you, I don't know. It I understand there are ways to break the zone, but for the starting unit, they are not like they're not known to pass the ball a lot quicker. Like they're not really known to pass the ball quickly, and so you have to. That's the way I'd have them, break the zone. You'd have them make quick passes. You have to make quick passes and cut more.
Exactly, 100%. Even if you're not known for it, you still have to improve on it if you want to
You
be a better
have
team.
you have to improve on it. And
Bingo.
this is and not only that, but it seems like this is the scouting report that teams have on you is that you're not going to break the zone by passing and cutting. You're going to try and break the zone by shooting your way out of it. Especially trying to dump it off to Quentin Grimes all the time to shoot the three is not looking good.
No, and it puts too much of what he's supposed to do starting in a pinch roll. Like, you're supposed to make the game easy for him, not put more responsibility on his plate, chef.
Right.
I agree
And
with that 100%.
Just make it easier on him.
one thing that came out of this press conference, Tom Thibodeau confirmed Julius Randle is nicked up. He's very nicked up. He's a little bit, and as expected, that's probably why, I don't know if that's an excuse of his poor play and say he stunk. He's just saying that he's really extremely nicked up.
Yeah, but maybe that's also Tibbs just having his back in the media. I mean, we knew he was nicked up last game. He still played big minutes. So maybe he's using that to back Julius Randle up instead of just saying he had a bad game, to try to keep his confidence where it is and not dip any lower.
No, I say this: if you're putting it out that it's one way to look at it as that, but another way of looking at it is that if you're publicly putting it out there that he's nicked up, but you're not putting it on the injury report or anything like that, or if he does show up on the injury report, I'm now starting to look for now like it's I'm now have to put it on Thibodeau on playing more minutes for Obi. Obi
Yeah.
has clearly been a plus for us all throughout this year when he plays a lot of minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think there's like there's stuff behind the scenes that we're not available to us, or don't know of the reason why Randall's out there for the length he's in, and why Obi Toppin is kind of being brought along extremely slow. It's not because of the talent or the development. It's something behind the scenes away from us, organizational wise, in my opinion, and why Randall's playing these long minutes and not able to sit. Because you telling me in a perfect world you can't 27 minutes of Julius Randle or 20 or 30 minutes of Julius Randle on the floor, you're going to get a better, fresher, and more aggressive Randle, and also you play more minutes with Obi Toppin, those minutes or whatever you want to spread it around. I think it'll help the Knicks, but there's something above us that's going on.
I've been
in my
screaming
opinion.
that for so long, Kev, and because Tibbs knows what Toppin brings, and Tibbs is hard on Toppin for a reason, because he expects greatness out of him. He sees it in him. What do they always tell you about a coach when you're playing, Kev? If the coach isn't on you, you have to start worrying when the coach doesn't talk to you. or is not coaching you hard. Because he's coaching hard because he sees something, and if he's giving him, he's pulling him. I'm telling you, it's something to do with the front office giving Julius that money, wanting to see what they have, and they want Julius to be happy, so they're making Tibbs cater to his every whim. And now, have you noticed he's getting younger guys are playing more? Toppin's been playing better and more, and now you're starting to see these things come out about Julius being dejected in timeouts. Julius not listening to Tibbs. There's a disconnect.
Did you, Jeff Dan, did you see the video that I posted earlier? I have it here. If you let me give you a moment. This was yesterday's game. Let me run the narrative. Yesterday's game, final possession before they put the game away. It was a close game still, Minnesota and New York, and I think it was final possession. It was a close game, and here it is. Audio from courtesy of the MSG network. Look at Julius. Look, and keep an eye on Machimura. It's like, where are you going?
Deuce goes after him. And it's important to note that this is not the first time this has happened. Definitely not the first time.
Yeah, and he has to know better. There's cameras everywhere. There's cameras. There's people watching. And yeah, maybe we're making a big deal out of it. But here's my thing. You have a lot of young kids there. You're last year you set the big word culture. You're setting the culture up, the atmosphere, winning. And it's only a matter of time when your main guy that set the standard is breaking the standard, and he's not, and he's like, wow. I mean, these kids are we out here busting our rear end. We're doing what we can to bring ourselves to your level, Julius, and you're going to give us this. It's like, that's not a good look for the locker room and morale, in my opinion. But that's just go ahead, Z.
No, it's just it's not understanding it, because it doesn't matter if it's Julius or if it is Wayne Selden. If anybody's acting like that, that is a cancer to a team. Last year, you noticed that didn't happen because everything was going well. Julius was getting all the minutes and touches he wanted, and everything, he was playing well. So now that things aren't going right, he's got to be the one to hold his head high, like Kevin said, and set the temperature for the room, set the temperature, and show these young guys how it's done, how to be a pro. Like Derrick Rose does countless times. I know he's hurt, but like Derrick Rose does countless times. You don't think Derrick Rose doesn't want to play his MVP minutes again and be like he used to be, but he understands he can't. So he to be effective, he's a pro's pro. Taj Gibson's a pro's pro. These guys look up to these vets.
And Kemba Walker tonight did a really good job of being Theo Pinson out there, cheering the guys on up and down the court. He was excited. You saw, and Julius too. Julius was very excited for his teammates. And we just knocked them there from last night's game. But he was talkative on the sideline. He was in good spirits. And maybe that he was banged up, but yesterday that did not look good though, and that's not the first time it has happened. And I just wanted to bring video proof, because I don't want to think that we're being negative to a Julius Randle too much, but we want him to return to last year's form. This team, in order for them to get into the playoffs and win a round or maybe two, they're gonna need Julius Randle. They're going to need him, and we want him to get going. But when is it the time that he might not be returning to last year's form, and accept that? And now we need to adjust to 2022, 2021, 22 Julius Randle, and be able to play to his strength of this year's Julius Randle, what he brings to the floor, and put us as a team to succeed with this year's Randle. What's your thoughts on that, Jeff Dan?
I don't think last year's Randle works for this team. I think the only way this team works now is if he's the way we're seeing it after, because COVID did a lot of things. COVID, I'm gonna get back to that point about COVID, but COVID kind of forced Kemba back into the lineup, and we're seeing that when Randle has the ability to play off of Kemba. That's a good thing. So when he's a role man or when he's, a kind of secondary option to Kemba, it kind of helps with the workload off of him. So that's the best way we can, move forward with this season. That's the best Randall we've seen so far this year. Um, man, uh, with Thibodeau and the playing time for the young guys, this is all going to culminate right back to everything you guys were saying about the young guys and the play style that we have. COVID also is forcing Thibodeau right now to play the young guys. You have to share minutes equally. People are coming back from COVID restrictions, and you have to share minutes. And you're seeing that right now. Your old way of kind of playing these guys long minutes, it's giving you diminishing returns. You have to look at the stats and see what the stats are telling you. You have to share equal minutes with the young guys and some of the starting unit. But another interesting point that you guys have also brought up is the fact that certain players do play better with the Rat Pack than with the starting unit. RJ plays better with the younger with the bench unit rather than the starting unit. Kemba plays really great with the bench unit rather than the starting unit. Sometimes with him and Mitch in the bench unit, they look great along with the bench unit. Um what I can say to all that and with Julius Randle in regards to Julius Randle is it is interesting that as much as he says it's his team, Thibodeau says it's his team, the front office has been really silent about it being his team. They've just given him a really good contract extension, and it looks good, but in hindsight, the contract extension that he signed hasn't been any more than some of the contract extensions that guys coming off their rookie years have gotten. So it still is a very tradable contract. It's also worth noting that they have yet to put that C on his chest. That's a thing. That's an actual moment. In every. I don't know if every team has someone that has the captain's crest on their chest, but he doesn't have it. It's a
And
telling moment when also the last thing I want to say is
Mhm.
um we're all saying that Theo Pinson played a incredible role last year, and Reggie Bullock played an incredible role last year in the morale in our team. It's a telling thing when Kemba Walker can come into the locker room and he's also a morale booster in the team.
Right, right. And you mentioned the sea captain. After those videos surface, do you want to put a sea captain on someone who gets up away from the huddle and don't listen to the the play being executed? I'm pretty sure LeBron has done it as well, and so forth. And either way, that's not. I don't know. You have to respect the chain of command, even if you don't want to listen, tune them out. Just your body language. Just there's young kids looking up to you on the team. You set the standards, set the role, be the role model, be there. Just listen, even if you don't agree or disagree with the call. Don't walk away like that. And then you have McBride looking for you saw Hachimura, the way he looked at him. Was like, where are you going? Like, dude, it was let's the thing is, I would say that's just a bad moment. We all have a bad moment in our lives, but this has been a problem situation that's have happened several times. And you're right. Maybe that's what he's feeling. Randall. This season came by. He got the contract, and you still haven't heard anything from the front office. Said this is our main guy. This is our franchise player, and you haven't heard it from the front office say that Julius Randle is their franchise player. They're quiet. They're mum, and it's quiet. And I always go back to Game 6 when they went to New Orleans. And I always say that's the turning point, and I'm going to stick with it. It's just my opinion, guys. And from that game, you saw something different from Randall. And especially after that game was over, RJ Barrett had 30 career high in scoring, and the game was over. First guy, he wanted to go to RJ to, good job, for to the young guy. He turns around, he's there doing the hand, the friend, of course, they're brothers, they're college roommates, for Christ's sakes, and they're going on with the handshake and the warmness, and I think that's what's the turning point with Randle. He doesn't feel he's the main guy, like you said. Hasn't heard the Knicks say the franchise player. And although they haven't even said that about RJ Barrett neither, they haven't mentioned anyone as their number one franchise player. But all the talks, not just from the media, from us here, from everywhere, uh, um, Zion Williamson, and no love for Randle. And maybe that's just a snowball effect, not being selected in the Team USA to play. The amount of, and he's trying to doubt the naysayers, and I think that's got a little bit in his head, in my opinion.
Um, it could be that, but one thing I do say that the reason, a good reason why I can say that the front office is keeping silent is usually, I know, like I've been saying this all year, but I compare it really to watching Giannis. Not to say that they're both the same player, but I've watched Giannis, grow as a player. We all have, watching the league currently, and so you can see it that after you've established the year, a great year of being the first option, that second year when teams really start to defend you like so, and they start to really try and make it uncomfortable, now you can't even get the ball comfortably. We're seeing that with Julius Randle, and now it's all about how can you handle that. And so far this year, he's not handling it great at all. And so now, like, a great thing that, with the front office keeping mum is that, had they come out and say that this is our franchise player, are you really do you want to build around Julius Randle right now? This is a question to ask yourself. And right now, not. I really don't.
Right. Right. And since they didn't commit, they don't sound unstable. Like they would say, no, Julius is our franchise player. Julius is our franchise player. They kept quiet, and it gives them an out if they want to trade him. And we said we gave him the money, but we never mentioned that he was our number one franchise player.
Most
And
definitely.
that's why they didn't give it out. AJ Montalvo, salute AJ, salute. The front office should regret not investing in Alonzo Ball this past offseason. Zach, take it away.
Say that one more time. Ace was getting me. That's why I was on mute.
I said,
Starting to feel better.
No, it's fine. Zach, I said, take it away. The AJ Montalvo says the front office should regret not investing in Lonzo Ball this past offseason.
Well, it's true. A guy that I thought I heard Lonzo Ball, but I didn't want to go on a tirade. Ace was biting me. I didn't want to be wrong, but Lonzo completely, for multiple years now, has improved his free throws, has improved his shooting, has improved his role on teams, and great defender, great size at 6'6", can do just about anything on the defensive end of the floor, can guard ones and twos, can play the one and the two, can play with the ball in his hands, can play without the ball in his hands. Him or a guy like your guy, Spencer Dinwiddie, since we're sending flowers around, since we were both right. Those type of guys are the guards that we needed. And I say Lonzo, even though he's more money, just because Lonzo's a much better shooter, but Spencer Dinwiddie's also can get to the rack a little bit better. So it's, it depends on what your team wants, but both of them would have been perfect fits for this team.
Yeah, salute to the youngster. Salute, welcome to the program. Yo, what's good? Well, I'm glad you here new. I see you're new to the chat, so welcome aboard. If you haven't subscribed, join the Jedi Sports Jedi Network family, and we do the watch along. We do the Knicks podcast here on YouTube, anywhere on you find your podcast platform. Cover MMA, boxing, combat sports, and baseball, football on the A to Z network. So salute to you. And absolutely, and Lonzo is the same money as Fournier. If you're telling me hindsight is 2020, I wasn't so keen on Fournier because I thought we needed more of a point guard. And hindsight is 2020. I did want Spencer Dinwiddie. I wanted Ball last year, before the trading deadline. And when his money escalated a little high, I was like, I was okay. The Knicks didn't get him. The Bulls paid a little more, too much at that time. I said, okay, all right, no problem. But hindsight 2020, same contract as Fournier. I would have taken, if I knew that hindsight, I say, yeah, Ball. But when I heard the money that he got from Chicago, I was like, ugh, maybe a little too rich. And look how dumb I look. Stupid as me. I think Lonzo Ball would have been a better fit for the money than what we're getting from Fournier, but things happen to work themselves out. Thank you for subbing for the program. So, guys, we have a new member to the Jedi family. Salute to the Quinster in the building. Salute. He just subbed, and we appreciate you. Welcome aboard.
Salute to Quinster while you're here. Go make sure you stay, and make sure you check out, G Money's podcast. Make sure you check out Chef Dan and Austin's excellent work with combat sports. Make sure baseball season, you see Kevin and I do some watch-alongs and some baseball stuff. And if you have a chance, like you said, go to the Brother Network, A to Z Media. We cover football, and we got a lot of good stuff going on here. So thanks for joining, Quinster.
Yeah, and do you want to address that, Chef Dan, with the ball? Is it making you want to take that one?
Yeah, DeRozan's kind of on the end, like the way he's hitting the mid range right now. I didn't want to say it, but he's kind of playing like an MVP right now.
You're right. You're
Yeah,
absolutely correct.
It's also Levine, Vucevic, Ball taking the pressure off of DeRozan, and they're playing free basketball.
And
Lonzo
I can
Ball does all the
understand
dirty
that.
work.
He does the dirty. That's cool. He can do the dirty work. But as far as the point of attack and who their point guard is, it's DeRozan.
No, DeRozan's
DeRozan's
their
the guy
scorer.
who.
He's not their point guard.
Okay.
Let me find his stats. Give me a minute. Let me find.
Well, even just the stats. DeRozan's the go-to guy. He's not the one that. Did they all have good assist numbers? They all move the ball as a free-flowing offense, which is a good thing. They all move the ball in Chicago. Every single one of them. Vucevic is a really good passer. DeRozan is a really good passer and a really good basketball player, playing at MVP level. Levine can pass the ball. The ball doesn't stop with him. And Lonzo Ball's not a ball stopper either. So they all play well together. They play good defense, and they can all play off of each other on the offensive end.
Right, and let me see. I'm trying to find his stats for 3-pointers. Ball's averaging 5 assists a game. It's bad, much number better than what Fournier is giving us right now. 5 assists a game, 13.2 points. So you could say it's going to have to be the eye test, between Ball and Fournier.
It's also the defense. Mm-hmm. It's also the everything else that comes with it.
And of course, Kelvin put a perfect point. Caruso is there as X factor, if you ask me. We played them 3 times already. If I'm not mistaken, the Bulls and Caruso twice only.
I think twice.
And he was a pain in our rear end. No, I think it's 3 times. I think
3
we
times?
played 2 in Chicago, 1 in New York. I'll double check. G Money, if you're our statistician, G Money, let us know. G Money, dial it up. How many times the Knicks play the Bulls this year? So, and of course, DeRozan. A lot of people did want Lamar DeRozan. I personally, I'm going to say no, because I went by my good friend Randy, who is a San Antonio Spurs fan, a diehard, and that lives here near me, and good friends. We're great friends. And he said, you don't want DeMar DeRozan. He doesn't shoot the 3. He doesn't fit the modern NBA game.
3 times. Sorry, 3 times.
Yes. Okay. So, and he didn't fit. He didn't shoot the 3. And I trusted my friend. And personally, I'm not gonna say I wasn't a DeMar DeRozan fan to jump on his bandwagon, but he's having he's like being 4. I think he's like 3rd or 4th in the MVP if the MVP were to be held today in numbers and points.
Yeah, but at the same time, before he went to San Antonio, he was the same player for Toronto. The difference is, can we see it in the playoffs? That's always been the question for DeMar. He's been a 25-plus point a game scorer until he went to San Antonio. So he's in the right offense where they let him be what he is and let him take a lot of shots. He's going to be this good. The difference is, can he do it in the playoffs, which we'll see, because the Bulls are going to be a playoff team.
right? But and the thing is, DeMar DeRozan would have been good right now for a team like the Knicks. And hindsight is 2020. Give me, hindsight is 2020. Like I said, I wasn't on the bandwagon. Like you said, he does this in the regular season and he doesn't do it in the playoffs. But a team that's being built like the Knicks that was not in the playoffs and had bad seasons, you want a player like DeRozan, and we're hoping Julius Randle could be our DeMar DeRozan. Let us get into the playoffs and let us be there as a staple year after year in the playoffs, even if we don't win a playoff round for 1 2 years, and just get that winning atmosphere, that winning culture to bring in players like, oh, wait a minute, maybe I'm the guy that could bring them. That's what the Knicks want to do. They want to bring, and they want Julius to help us get there. So we entice a player, say, you know what, I think I'm the missing element, the missing piece to add to the New York Knickerbockers to get them over the hump. I think that's what they're trying to build, the front office.
Yeah, and he's our bridge number one until we get a real number one. And that's just how it, and they got to figure out if RJ Barrett's that guy. In my opinion, he's not, but that's neither here or there. They got to wait until they got to wait and see and figure out if he's going to be the number one, or if they got to bring somebody in or draft somebody. And Julius is going to be that de facto number one, the bridge guy, until that person comes.
And that's what I think. That's what they were hope. That's what they were trying to hope. And yes, with that win, the New York Knicks are just one game under 500. And they are currently 9th in the Eastern Conference and half a game behind the Wizards for 8th and a game and a half behind the 6th place 76ers. So they have
an easy schedule coming.
They have a pretty good easy schedule, but you cannot continue to play your luck, lady luck here with the starters, allowing teams that you should be ahead, more talented on the floor, to stick around and have quarters when you only score 50, when you're more superior offensive talent, only score 15 points that quarter. Now, if you're telling me they were in a 27, they were outscored 27 or 30 to 27, then I'm like, okay, in the first, and okay, no defense, but they're scoring back and forth. But when you only score 15 points in the quarter and allow 30, that's not gonna cut.
Also, and it's another thing, if it was just one bad game, like tonight, it's like, okay, the bench carried us, it's gonna happen. But it's every night, like you said. It's not just one bad game, that happens in an 82 game season. Your best guys just don't have it sometimes, but this is every game.
Right, and good point there by AJ. We're a bunch of scorers. We need some glue guys or distributors. That's why we're calling for a point guard. And our bench plays well because 4 out of the 5 guys in the starting line could play off the dribble. Yeah, that and also they space and they roll and they move, they cut, top in. Burks, around the curl and guys like that, and they play a rhythm and they trust the camaraderie. They Obi Toppin looking, Minor quickly looking for Obi Toppin for lobs. I love that hockey assist. It was from the quick fast break. Alec Burks quickly, bam, right to Toppin for alley-oop slam dunk. I mean, it was like 3.5 seconds. Immediately, you gotta like that because they trust each other. They play together. They have camaraderie. They know they play off the ball, like he said, off the dribble, and and that's what you want to see, that excitement.
Yep. And it's not just the starters play my turn, your turn, isolation basketball, and that doesn't work in today's era. Yeah, you need an isolation scorer when things break down, but you need to play that quick, pass up a good shot for a great shot, constant movement. Ball movement and player movement without the ball, and that's what the bench gives you. And even if they're not as talented as the starters, they're going to look better and play better because they play the right way for the modern era of basketball.
Absolutely, with that, that was definitely said. And also, going forward, they're going to see more zone. And one thing, remember, last year, I know last year's a whole different chapter, a whole different story, but also teams were playing the zone. Now, guys like RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, they've seen this on the team. Remember, the Knicks won 9 out of 10 games last season. I'm not saying they're going to do it again. Every year is a different story, but teams were trying to play the zone on the New York Knicks. They figured it out. They got better shooters. I'm not better shooters. They elevated their shooting levels with guys that are no longer here. Payton didn't shoot that well from 3, but you also had Bullock. Burks missed the 4th quarter because he got hot again because he saw the zone, something that he mind muscle from last season. Look forward for this team, at least to start. They're gonna know they need to shoot better. I think Quentin Grimes is going to be a bigger impact than you think. Tonight, he just had a bad game. Back to back. He doesn't really play. He hasn't played much back to back coming off the COVID as well. Now, no excuses. He should have been, but I think going forward, if they continue with the zone, look for Quentin Grimes to be impactful. I think RJ Barrett, if he continues to attack and play and going to the basket and attacking, he was going to do much better. You see Mitchell and RJ has getting like a small thing on with lobs and playing with one off of one another, and Kemba Walker and Mitchell Robinson have those three are building like a nucleus with each other with something good, and I think look for that for them to improve. I'm trying to find something to speak positive and an improvement for our starting unit. They played, really bad. They played like dog doodle, but I think I see some good things coming up between them. There's a back-to-back. I'm going to give them that, traveling overnight in a freaking cold climate, and it was cold in Minnesota, Detroit, right by the Great Lakes is cold, so I'm gonna give them a minor pass. Although no more excuses. We're not here to make excuses for these guys, but I'm gonna chalk it off on there. Let's see how they do in OKC.
Positive for the starters. If I want to give one, would be the way RJ Barrett played tonight, as far as him attacking the rim, like you said. Hopefully we have more of that. Like you said, is also the nucleus, the little nucleus building between Kemba, RJ, and Mitchell Robinson. Hopefully that really, comes together, and so these guys can, if they have an ability to play off of each other and, penetrate, attack the rim, if not, spot up for threes, things of that nature, that would be great. We're seeing Mitchell Robinson, I believe it was the last game or maybe earlier in this game where he's making great decisions out of, as far as passing out of the zone. If he's the middleman, fake a good pass, going to someone else, and someone got the 3-point shot that way. So it hopefully we can see these guys start coming together. So, like you said, off of a back-to-back, and I believe it was the starting unit that closed out last night's game. So I'll
Sure.
give them I'll give them a break as far as not being able to close out this game. But in OKC, we've always been known to play terrible, and I have a funny feeling with Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He's been playing off the wall, averaging 21 points, 7 rebounds. This guy Josh Giddey, he's been averaging, like, I don't know. He had a weird stat line last night: 0 points but 10 rebounds and 10 assists. First guy to have a double double with no points. Weird stuff, but they get it done sometimes. Even though they're under 500, severely under 500, they play in the West Coast and they get it done sometimes, and they surprise you against some of the great teams. So I'm not the way this Knicks team has been playing. A win is a win is a win, and I'm not looking at any team like they're a scrub.
Right. You can't. Z, give me some final thoughts before we say goodnight.
It is, it's funny. I was just thinking about it as you guys were talking. This was the very first, like, that I can remember, disappointing, angering, maddening winning streak that we've ever been on. Normally, you just wait.
Yo,
Normally, no matter what it is, you're happy about wins as a Knicks fan. Like, think about it. The last 10 years, we're just happy they win. You know what I mean? No matter how ugly it looks. Let's be happy, guys, on one thing. This is a positive. We've reached a point where we can be really, pardon my French, really pissed off about a winning streak. Like,
yeah,
that's a good thing to think about, to be honest, guys.
I'm not even gonna lie. Looking at it now, just a few weeks ago, we were saying tank and blow it up. Right now, we're getting closer to the All-Star break, and we're a game under 500. Like, things could relatively be worse.
Yeah, and then think about how we used to be. It didn't matter when Langston Galloway,
Oh
Electric
my
Fed,
god.
Lance Thomas,
Oh
Lou
my
Amundson,
god.
and Andrea Bargnani, we were
I'm
just
sorry.
lucky.
Oh my god. You're so right.
You know what I'm saying?
Zach
Like, we could have beat, who was horrible back then? Cleveland before LeBron. We could have beat them by 1 point and almost blew a 40-point lead, and we would have just been happy we got out of there with the win. Now, what is it? We've won 4 straight?
three straight.
Three straight.
I'm
Three
sorry,
straight.
three straight. still a decent, normally any year we would be happy with that. we're depressed.
We're complaining.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Think about this situation, how it's turned for us. Some perspective,
Right. And the other night when they won that game where Mitchell Robinson had 14 points, 16 rebounds, that was the last time the Knicks won where someone scored that little bit, led the team in scoring since Mario Hezonja. Yeah, exactly.
One of Scott Perry's finest draft picks.
So when you bring those names out of the woodwork, they give you PTSD.
I'll say it one more time so we can have perspective. Starting lineup, the year I bought League Pass, the year before I bought the League Pass, but that year, Langston Galloway, Alexei Shved, Lance Thomas, Lou Amundsen, and Andrea Bargnani.
The classics, the who's who, the all-time greats. Like Joe, in the words of Joe Badingo, all the pain, bro. All the pain, bro.
They would have beat the 72-10 Bulls, I'm telling you.
Yo,
oh man,
just have some perspective, guys. I know I'm really negative and all that, but I just thought of that while you guys were talking. I was like, wait a minute.
Hey, that's a good.
If you would have told us, Chef Dan, if you would have told us three, but before last year, that just not even talk about last year, but talk like the Fizdale year, tell us this year we'd be one game under 500 approaching the All-Star break, we would have signed up for that all day, every day, and twice on Sunday.
Right.
Yo, I remember we were signing up for that last year.
No, but I'm just saying,
Yo, nah, but yeah, it's just, I guess we got greedy off of last year.
And that's a good thing that we're in that position that we can.
Yeah, no, but you're bringing the facts because I'm looking for it now, but I do have a picture in my gallery of, we used to have David Fizdale smiling while we were getting blown out by the Bucks, 62-100.
Yeah.
And this was what, in the third quarter or second quarter? Something like that?
Something like that. It was early, yeah. Oh.
And the thing is, Bobby Portis are cheesing. I guess Bobby Portis is smiling at him, letting him know, like, hey, man, I'm about to go sign with them.
Yeah, you're gonna get paid to do nothing. You go home to a supermodel wife, pretty much. Fizdale. So he's smiling. He's like, I'm getting paid millions, and I'm going home to a hottie. Who gives a crap? That's his attack. That's why we were upset with him. But all in all, like we said, guys, one possession, one quarter, one half, one game at a time. Now it's a 3-game winning streak. Let's keep that mantra going. We lost the third quarter, but good thing for the backpack to bail us out. And it's a good thing. It's a building block because despite it looks ugly and we are complaining though, but we're seeing the young kids grow up right before our eyes, baptism under fire, coming in here and exciting. They're the most exciting thing. I mentioned that, as I get older, the most exciting thing for me to go, the Knicks are like a park. The older I get, the more excited I am to see the bench. And that's what the New York Knicks to me symbolize right now. So, Chef Dan, what are your thoughts going against before we say goodnight? Let's say goodnight real quick. Let's say what's your final thoughts here with the Knicks? 12 out of 13. They take this one. And us as fans, we could look ahead, but one at a time. I think we could build something special if we continue that mantra. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, right now it is one at a time. We had the great win against Atlanta on Christmas. Kemba got the triple-double. Then we got a win against a depleted Wolves team. I don't care. It was the Timberwolves. They had NBA players suit up that night that have contracts, so we beat them.
Don't
apologize.
And then
tonight, we beat the Detroit Pistons that also had players that are in the NBA that have signed contracts as well. And so we've beaten 3 basketball teams within the league. We're on a 3-game winning streak. Joe Curry said in the chat, we need to get greedy. I wish I could say that, but right now it is one game at a time, and we're playing a Oklahoma team, and a team that I don't know. Do we have a losing streak in Oklahoma?
I don't think so. I think they won recent. They won. I think they won last year, if I'm not mistaken.
They might have won last year.
They did win last year.
Yeah, OKC beat us last year.
They beat us. You sure?
I
in
think
Okay.
New
they beat us
York,
in the
and then we
Alright.
beat them
Garden.
in OKC.
Okay, all right. So we've beaten I'm
Yeah.
guessing a losing streak that was happening over some time. But let's keep that. Let's start. Let's try and build a winning streak in Oklahoma. Let's let's watch Shea Gilgis Alexander audition for us, and let's hope great things come ahead from that.
And can I tell you something about Oklahoma? Oklahoma, man, Z's laughing. Z's gonna make
You're
me laugh
wrong
on
for that.
camera.
Oh
Z's gonna make
man,
me
what
laugh.
if you think he's wrong for that? My last comment is listen, as far as with the Knicks, man, we've had some glory hole days and we've
With
had some not so glory hole days.
with that being
And
said, I want me some glory hole.
I want me some glory hole.
Jerry Jones. Oh, then those that don't know what we're talking about, we have a clip from A to Z Media. So, guys, that's why we encourage you to, when if you like football, even if you're not a Cowboys fan, if you like NFL football or college football, A to Z Media covers it. And when Z had a wonderful stream the other day with the Cowboys and against the Washington Redskins football team. Oop. And whenever they score, like whenever Thibodeau scored 3-pointer, Thibodeau comes out laughing. That kind of clip, we made up one where Jerry Jones was on the podium and he mentioned that how he wants the team to have wants to get back to glory hole days. So we kept putting that clip, and that was hilarious clip to laugh on it. So that's where that comment and that laughter comes from. That's the inside jokes, folks, on that one. With that said, Z, I just told you where to find you, A to Z Media, and give us your final thoughts before we say goodnight and get ready to rumble for tomorrow.
My final thoughts are, like I said, let's just keep perspective. I know I'm preaching to the choir with that, where there's pot calling the kettle black, but it's just you gotta do certain things and realize that we were in a lot worse position for a long, long time. And let's just try to remember to love these Knicks the way we can, and hopefully we can get back some glory hole days of
I
our
want
own.
me some glory hole.
And I want me some glory hole. I just love saying it. I'm sorry.
Oh, you guys are hilarious. So I want to thank everyone. Hey, by the way, Knicks are winners of 3-game winning streak, winners of the last 3 out of 4 because that Washington Wizard game got away from us. We should have won that. We should have been on a prolonged winning streak, if you ask me. They won that game against Detroit first, then they lost that game to the Wizards, and that one kind of bothers me a little bit still. But and then they're on this 3-game winning streak right now, so they've been trending stock up as guys are getting back, getting healthy. Maybe paper mache will get back on the floor, long as Noel and maybe add more defense. We shall see. But guys, hit that notification bell. I'm contemplating about doing the watch along with the OKC because I'm torn. I don't know if I want to do the game. I don't know what I got to see first what we have planned for New Year's as well, Eve, and also Michigan plays Georgia, and I know, and we don't know if Z was going to do the watch along or not. So stay tuned. We don't know. We're planning out the next few days. Hit that notification bell. Definitely know. I always put the stream ahead. Also follow us in our social media platforms if you haven't. So when you do know, because I always post it if we do, if we don't, or we do, you'll get the notifications that we're coming on. So keep an eye on for that. And I'm 50-50 on that. So I want to thank everyone, though. Have a good evening. Thank you, everyone in the chat. For all the newcomers, welcome to the Jedi family. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love. All the regulars, everyone, like the family members, Kelvin T. Jones, Joe Curry, welcome AJ into the program. So salute, and the Quinster, salute. Thank you for all the newcomers again. I appreciate you. Melvin Smith, thank you for returning, coming back. Langton, we appreciate you guys. All our guys from Jamaica, Trinidad, Tobago, the Philippines, salute to you. CB, thank you for returning. Always a pleasure seeing you. Agent Super Argo, always a pleasure. Always coming in here. Big task. Yes, indeed. The Mod Police, always in the building. Thank you so much. I appreciate Mike Ortiz as well, too. He came in. Phenomenal. Good to see you. Frank Frank Khaleesi's as well, always listening. Brandon, it was nice to see Brandon from the baseball in here as well. Big Knick fan as well. Ron from Still Knicks fan was in the building, enjoyed, brought us some good energy in that fourth quarter as well when he came in and Knicks started getting on a run. Johnson Selden, thank you so much for coming in there. Purple Fire 17, first time seeing you. I hope you return and join. And it was good to see you here. And Gerard as well, new to the program. I hope you subscribe. I hope we continue seeing you on the program and getting your takes. We enjoyed seeing you in the chat. Thank you for participating in the chat with us and being part. Of course, our resident GM, Knicks 100 AGM in the building. Thank you for always being there, working the phones for trades and opportunities, and the thumbnails, Matt Trolado as well, new to the program. Hope you subscribe. Hope we'll see you, and thank you for participating as well in the chat. Maria, of course, always a shout out to Maria, always supporting, always listening. We appreciate you, Maria. Everywhere you go, Giovanni in the Facebook chat. Thank you so much. We appreciate you listening, coming along, and Marlon Johnson from Jamaica as well. Jerome Peralta in the Philippines. Jesse Sandoval from San Antonio. We'll salute you. Thank you, Jesse. Always coming on. I know you're doing your thing, working out there in San Antonio. We thank you so much. Chrissa, Chrissa was in the building. Salute to you as well. A big fan of the Knicks, came in and thank you for your participation in the chat. Stefan Nader as well came in the chat. Go Knicks, and always there. One of the first ones here, always. And of course, my personal friend, childhood friend, Dangerous, aka Russell, from the Wife of Crime podcast. Him and his wife do a murder mystery podcast. Check them out. They do good work. A big fan of them, of course, because from high school. David Piccolo as well, always saying that no moldy cheese or from and salami from Fournier. That's his favorite go-to line. So thank you guys. You guys are all special family members to me as I wrap it up here. You guys have a wonderful night. Hopefully we'll see you Friday, maybe not. If I don't, you guys have a blessed new year. I want to thank you guys for making the channel strong. If I don't get to talk to you, but let's see. You never know. I will have a couple live streams before, to in case I don't do it, just to make sure I get to see and wish everyone a happy new year. But we'll keep you posted. Hopefully we'll do something together. From me to you, from the A to Z Media Network, from the Sports Jedi Network, the Return of the Knicks watch along. Have a good night. We'll talk to you later.